final time because that means that
you never know.
There's a finality to it.
Yeah, never know.
So I'm superstitious like that.
Yeah. Well, yesterday, I when you get older, you can't sleep like long periods of time without the pee break. It's a sign of getting old. And
I just hold it and just go on the bed.
Oh, then you don't hold it then, do you?
Well, I don't get out of bed.
Whoever's next to stay in your place is going to be thrilled to hear that.
That's right.
I think it's going to be Bassick and Dawson in our place.
Oh, even better.
I believe Ben and Skinner next, though.
Oh, that's right. So it will be Ben and Skin in our place.
Yeah. Okay. So one of those. I mean, they wouldn't mind. They have little kids or had little kids at one point.
That's right.
They're used to sleeping in urine.
So yesterday, in the middle of the nap, I got up and I went to the bathroom, and then I came back and I just looked at the phone, and then boom, there it is. About 45 minutes into it, the news had exploded, and apparently you did not have the same reaction.
No, I got a text from a buddy of mine that said, Witten's back, baby. And I put the phone down. I rolled right back over.
Why?
I was not getting out of sleep. Okay. I was because one of those things. If you get up and get out of sleep, it's very hard to get back into sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I was tired. I was like, and I was nonplussed by the whole thing. I was like, whatever.
Wow.
Well,
nice Tennessee dedication there.
Well, it's not that. It's he's 37. He's been out a year. What's he going to really do? How good is he going to be? Why? All these questions were going to run through my head. I'll deal with them in an hour. I needed to get some sleep.
So the initial reaction, of course, from everyone is, holy crap. Well, except for RJ. Holy crap. This is awesome. What an amazing story. We're going to get to see 82 again. And then, at least for our show, reality sets in, and it's, okay. I don't think it's any step backwards. No. Jason Witten is going to go out there, and I still believe can have 50, 55, maybe 60 catches. You're not stopping the progress of anyone currently on the roster. Hopefully, if you plan to draft somebody at the tight end spot, you continue to draft someone at the tight end spot. But this is no major step closer to a championship with the legend coming back. It's a cool story. The reality, it
doesn't do anything for them. Like, reality is that
it probably gives them a little. It does give them a more consistent safety net. Like, whatever you got from Blake Jarwin, whatever you got from Dalton Schultz, and these guys felt like icing.
Yeah.
Whereas you're going to get a little smaller layer of the cake with Whitton.
You'll get the flour of the icing with Jason.
The flour of the icing.
In the corner of the icing that when you buy a cake at the grocery store for a birthday, in the corners of the cake, they'll put the little design, the little flowery design.
Oh, the flour. Okay.
Yes, that one that nobody really wants to eat, but they always get stuck with that piece of cake.
Okay.
Because it's just too much icing. That's basically what it is. Like, I don't know what Jason Witten has at 36 years old. I have so many concerns. Like, does this mean they're going to change how they view their offseason? If it does, that's not good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, the reality, it's Jason Witten, the name.
Yeah.
Jason Witten, the name is at this point in his career far better than Jason Witten, the player. Probably he's an older guy, and that's what older guys. That's part of the problem with older guys is that you don't know what you're going to get day to day because of the injury factor, the age, how much they've slowed down. I do say this. There's zero doubt in my mind that Jason Witten comes to camp in tremendous shape.
Yes. And
ready to go and will compete beyond belief. It's just how long he's able to do that.
Yeah, Gavin Dawson was not happy yesterday that the Cowboys did not work him out. Jason Garrett basically saying, look, he knows his body more than anyone. He knows how to win and succeed in the National Football League. And I'm sitting there saying, okay, I understand it from Dawson's point of view, but that's the last thing I'm worried about.
Yeah.
If anything, Whitten may slap you if you be like, all right, we're going to bring you in for a workout. Like, just look at his too tightly painted on suits in the Monday Night Football broadcast booth, and you know that the guy is in shape. So I'm not worried about that whatsoever. it's a good and a bad thing with the Cowboys, right? It's like your family. Like, it's always good that your family is willing to take you in. It's always good that they're willing to help you out in a tough spot. Hey, you're fighting with the missus, come crash here. But when they're too nice and they baby you and they don't make you be responsible out in the real world, then it goes too far. And there are people criticizing the Cowboys for being too sentimental. There are people criticizing the Cowboys for just living in the past. And Jerry loves the storyline as much as we do in the media, and it ends up halting progress and allowing them to move forward. Mom and pop shop, as you call it.
Yeah, they're the biggest mom and pop in the world, and they should be killed at times for being too sentimental. The memory lane's that dead end street that you can't go down. You go down to memory lane, and all of a sudden you're screwed. Now, is this going down memory lane? Yeah, kind of is. But the good thing is that it's not like they're going down memory lane to kick out somebody that's better.
Yes.
All right, they're going down memory lane because they really don't have a better option. Or do they? In the draft, in free agency, will this stop that? Like, I'm telling you, if they go into the NFL draft and Jay Sternberger is there for the Cowboys' first draft pick in the second round,
or one of the other like 4 tight ends that people are pointing out,
and they pass on him, I'm going to light things up. Okay? I don't know where.
Big Tex again? You going to do that?
No, not me. I didn't do Big Tex. That was Troy. We all know that because he didn't get the job.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going to light things up. Could be in the fireplace of my house.
Yeah.
But something's getting ablaze.
Okay.
All right, something's going ablaze.
Well, I'm proud of us for having a realistic non-homer take. Jason Whitton is back. Awesome storyline. I got a rush out of it. It ruined my nap. I did not go back to sleep following everybody at 105.3 The Fan. The website has all the stories up, 105.3thefan.com. Troy, how are things back in DFW? Were people throwing parades yesterday, even in the cold weather?
Definitely. People were excited about Witten coming back. Definitely saw lots of tweets regarding the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop, specifically the one down the road from me at Firewheel Mall over in the Garland area off the George Bush. Yeah, all that half-price Witten stuff. Yeah, it's now full price again.
Hey, what number is he going to wear? Do we know?
I'm thinking 88.
Yeah.
Can you imagine one of the all-time a-hole moves for Jason Witten to come back and wear a different number?
Great.
No, we need the NFL to implement the NBA future jerseys where they can switch colors and switch numbers. Yeah. Like Adam Silver presented.
That's right.
The NBA at the All-Star break.
You should just go up to Rico and say, hey, man, I want your number.
Oh, what will become of Rico Gathers? The only ticked off people in
cap savings, baby, 570,000.
Is that what it is?
That's right.
Oh my gosh, Rico Gathers and the rest of the tight ends probably sitting there like, this freaking old man.
I did enjoy the suggestion by someone that he was going to replace Rico on the roster. And it's like, oh, he just replaces Rico's spot. How many third and fourth tight ends get paid $5 million? It seems like money to go elsewhere is pretty much gone at that point.
Well, he's not the third or fourth tight end. He's the first tight end.
No, 100%. You're absolutely right. But it seems like then you're not going to commit a whole lot more money to that position.
Yeah. They're not going to go sign somebody if you draft someone that's not committing a lot of money to it. But it's supposed to be $3.5 million with the ability to get to 5. So we'll get right back into Jason Witten. We have the Bryce Harper signing. That's what Choppy would actually wake up and break his slumber for.
Did, as a matter of fact.
I want to punch you in the face sometimes. There's apparently an Earl Thomas meeting. I don't know how that's actually allowed. Mike Fisher called me to go off on that. Our final Errol Spence Jr. ticket giveaway at 7:40 this morning. Part 2 of our John Daniels sit down. Plus Troy with Trending Back Home.
Coming up next at What's Trending in DFW, the association last night. Just give him the MVP trophy at this point. And where does a former Ranger get his news? He gets it from you.
Coming up today on the Ben and Skin Show, we'll be broadcasting live in Frisco at Dr. Pepper Ballpark for the Frisco College Baseball Classic. If you're there, stop by and see us at the Bull Moose Saloon. We'll talk about the return of Jason Witten and what it means for the Cowboys draft. Don't miss that at 420. Ride home with us 3 to 7 on 105.3 The Fan.
Keeps coming. You know what to do.
Hey, I'm gonna just rip this Band-Aid off. We need to break up. You're not good for me. I'm always sweaty and uncomfortable around you. You're not getting any benefits from this relationship. You're just a basic memory foam mattress. I deserve better. And before you ask, yes, there is someone else. I've been seeing the purple mattress online for a while now. Don't blame yourself. How can you compete with a bed that totally supports me, hugs my pressure points, and sleeps so effortlessly cool? Not to mention a 100-night trial and free shipping. Now that's a bed with benefits. It'll make me feel better than you ever could.
Break up with your old mattress and get with Purple today. And right now, get $100 off the purchase of a mattress when you text SHOP to 84888. Yes, $100 off, but only when you text SHOP to 84888. That's SHOP to 84888.
Message and data rates may apply up to 5 messages a month. TNC and privacy policy found at purple.com/TNC. Reply help for help or stop to cancel.
Looking for something fun to do with your family? The North Texas Irish Festival is a weekend of music, dancing, food, and family fun. March 8th through 10th in Fair Park. Get your discount tickets at Tom Thumb and Albertson stores. Visit ntif.org for all the details.
Welcome to your hometown Whataburger. Customization is what we've always done.
You want mustard and mayo? You want ketchup? We'll make it how you like it.
When you customize your own burger, you can put your personality in it.
This is my Whataburger with mayonnaise, ketchup, all the vegetables, no cheese.
We customize orders 24 hours a day.
Everybody wants it just like they like it. When you can make it your own, that always enhances that experience for you.
However you want it, I got you. Here at Whataburger, we make it just like you like it, whenever you like it.
Ask any parent. When it comes to protecting your baby, you can never do enough. You wash their hands, bundle them up, and strap them in. And those are the things you can see. Then there are the risks you can't. That's why most parents go with the safe, proven protection of vaccines. Nothing protects babies better from 14 serious childhood diseases like measles, whooping cough, and meningitis. So keep up with and when it comes to protection against vaccine-preventable diseases, get all the recommended immunizations for your baby by age 2. Immunizations help give you the power to protect your baby. For more reasons to vaccinate, talk to your child's doctor. Go to cdc.gov/vaccines for all the latest information. Or call 800-CDC-INFO. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
What's going on, Dave Dancing Tolos? It is Troy Houston. Of course, you know I want to talk to you about Platinum Ford in Terrell. It's a short drive east of the Metroplex in Terrell off of Highway 80. They've been doing remarkable things, and now they're going to do more remarkable things in 2019. Isn't that right, General Manager Adam Vinci?
Without question, Troy. Here at Platinum Ford, we want to do anything and everything we can for the fans and Tolos. And don't forget about our website, PlatinumFord.com. Come see us and drive a little further to save a lot more at Platinum Ford.
They'll challenge your authority because that's what kids do. But this car is your territory, and in here, your word is law. So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up, you won't budge an inch until you hear that click. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. For more information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
Trending, DFW. Trending, DFW. What's trending in DFW?
It is Friday morning. Time to wake up with Sean and RJ. Myself, Troy Hughes, and Roy White on 105.3 The Fan. I'm live from Intercom Radio Tower. The other guys, they're in Surprise, Arizona. Their last day of Ranger Spring Training before, is it Ben and Skin or G-Bag Nation next week, fellas?
It's going to actually be Ben and Skin.
Got it.
I think that fits in with Skin's Mavs schedule, so it'll be Ben and Skin next, and then G-Bag, and then K&C.
Well, good thing that Ben and Skin are going out there because, quite frankly, I'll be honest with you, it's about time Ben Rogers steps up and starts doing something at this damn radio station. Because he hasn't been breaking news. He hasn't been like telling us, oh, this is going to happen. He's just a lazy person.
I concur. I totally agree.
God, I love Ben so
He'll
much.
be the one to break that Jason Whitten will be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. So that'll be his next masterpiece about 1 year from now, announcing Jason Witten has pushed Jason Garrett off the ledge.
There you go.
And I'm not joking that much.
No, you're not at all. So congratulations, by the way, to Ben Rogers. That was awesome yesterday, watching him just go after people a la Michael Irvin walking out of the courtroom. Report it like you originally did. Say exactly what you did the first time.
With the same intensity. You report this with the same intensity.
Ben called it and it was the Tom Petty tour. Do you know how much work it takes to go find your old tweets from November? Like, I was on the airplane flying out here, and I was trying to find like a tweet that I had sent like 10 days ago, and I couldn't find it. It was just so much scrolling. Ben went and got like 75 hater tweets from November just to respond to them. Keep it real, Tom Petty.
Yeah, I love it so much. So, we'll have more Jason Witten stuff coming up in a bit. Speaking of people getting their news, whether you get your news from Ben Rogers or anyone else here at the Fan, a former Ranger gets his breaking news from actually fans. We'll have that story in just a second. But listen, you know what? Just give it to him already. It's over. I don't know why we're wasting time. Let him become the MVP. # Rockets.
Hard on the move, through the lane, lefty lane, going 14 straight. Rocket points. 117, 113. What a quarter, what a second half, what a night for James Harden. 58.
There you go with Rockets Radio last night. The Rockets take out the Heat last night, 121-118. James Harden. I don't even know why we're waiting for the MVP ceremony at this point.
I think it's the league rules that require that.
Wait.
No, I'm actually going to give you a real answer. There are a lot of people who think that the Greek Freak is the front runner. Yeah.
All right.
Like, latest odds that are out there. This I will get the exact website. It's Westgate had Giannis as the favorite, and then Paul George, and then James Harden. So not a gimme according to Vegas. They have Harden third right now.
Well, look, the only way that I don't want to say the only way. Harden's thing is just simply he scores points.
Yes.
But what the Freak does is the Freak does everything.
Yes.
And that's
great efficiency.
Yeah. And
although again, everyone disrespects James Harden. Everyone likes to make fun of him. He's averaging 8 assists. He's got 36, 7.7, and 6. No one talks about that whatsoever. We think his stat line every night is 41 and 1. And he's averaging 36, 7, and 6. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Think of him as Carmelo.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
And actually, as good as Giannis is, his PER, Sean, is lower than James Harden, which is a player efficiency rating. So, look, to me, the average fan, and I fall into that category. I'd be like, we look at the points, we look at the overall scope of who's making news every night. That plays into who we think is going to wind up winning this MVP. And I'm surprised Vegas didn't fall into that trap too.
Mavericks are back in action, by the way. Tomorrow night, they will go up against the Grizzlies at the AAC. What's trending in DFW on 105.3 The Fan? Speaking of news and news breaking, of course, news breaks right here at 105.3 The Fan, and you know that, Tolos. But also when news breaks, some people tend to get their news from actual fans and listeners and people that aren't in the sports world. # Bryce Harper. So yesterday the news broke shortly after Whitton news broke that Bryce Harper had signed his deal, and he is now a Philly. 13 years, $330 million. Former Ranger Gabe Kapler, now current skipper for the Phillies, he found out about the news while at spring training, but not from the front office or from actual news reporters. No, it was actual Philly fans right behind him.
We had some fans behind us who were sharing kind of moment-by-moment tweets with us. And we were getting literally like 4 fans right behind where we were sitting telling us terms and, who was tweeting what. We're like, well, who's making the reports? We got to make sure that this person is credible. And still to this moment, we're kind of still want to make sure that we're talking about an official acquisition.
So as we've always said, Fans and Tolos, you too can do this job.
Yeah, you can. You too can be more accurate than Bob Nightingale, if you want to be. This blew me away.
So I'm in my room.
Did you hear the woo?
Yep.
Is that why?
Yeah, you knew exactly what I was going to say.
Yep.
Choppy, I think, walked in from outside. I was in my room doing Whitten homework, and I hear the Bryce Harper explosion. Take it away.
And I had woken up. I got out. I put some pants on. Went out into the kitchen, and I saw the notification that I got on my phone. It said Bryce Harper and the Phillies. I was like, "Whoa! You got to be like blown away."
Yeah,
absolutely blown away.
That fan flash coming through on your phone.
Exactly. Absolutely blown away. The premier free agent on the market this year signs not the biggest deal per year. Signs the second biggest deal per third biggest because if you count Arenado, I guess, right? By the way, no opt-outs. By the way, in a city that everyone has said he's not enamored with.
Yeah.
I don't get this.
13 years, no opt-out. What a victory for the Phillies as they're going to try to pair him up with Mike Trout.
They're going to try.
They have the money.
They have the money.
Trout's a, Eagle fan.
Right. Like
Jersey.
The Eagle fan aspect of this is worse than we don't have state taxes. Has anyone signed with a team so they can watch their football team play 8 games a year? I mean, doesn't he already have season tickets that he goes to half the games anyway?
Yeah, but he's a Jersey guy too.
He is, but like everything I've read, he didn't grow up a Phillies fan. Like, I don't know that he's...
So what?
Well, so what? Right, you're right. So what? It doesn't matter. I mean, he can go to the Mets, he can go to the Yankees, and go anywhere.
So apparently for Bryce, it was Scott Boras, his agent, said that I was instructed to have length of deal number 1. Length of the deal had to be in place, and we had to know we were going to a competitor because we had other offers, according to Scott Boras, his agent, of $45 million a season. He said we had a full buffet, but he wanted one team, no opt-outs. Still can't believe it. 11th highest paid per year in Major League Baseball.
I can't believe it. Like he had...
And Scott still got his title of the biggest contract ever.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of 313.
Yes, 330.
330,
yeah.
Sorry.
And look, he could have... There's reports he could have gotten 4 for 180. Well, dude, that means you're 30. And then you're still going to sign another... That means you're $150 million shy of this. You could have signed, and you still have 9 years. When you're 30, you still have 9 years left on your contract. By the way, when Bryce Harper's deal is done, the Mets will still be paying Bobby Bonilla for 4 more years.
Man, I wish you would have saved that stat.
Well, we could save it again.
That was amazing. That blew my mind. That's favorite stat of the day. Still paying Bobby Bonilla after the Bryce contract is done.
4 more years.
Nice job, Mets. What's trending? DFW every single morning at this time. Sean and RJ live from Surprise, brought to you by Twin Peaks. You need to be honest with us, guys. Come on. How happy are you really that Jason Witten is coming back? 877-881-1053. Keep it real with us. Next on The Fan.
The only way you can take The Fan with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
This CBS Sports Minute brought to you by the snoring experts at simplesleepservices.com. Get the right diagnosis, the right solution, the right treatment to help you wake up to better sleep.
This is Bill Ryder, the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Maaco. Visit Maaco today to save on a new paint job during their tax season sales event. The real takeaway from the Bryce Harper deal, the actual fact that we know today in the wake of a 13-year, $330 million contract that certainly strikes most of us as ludicrous, is not whether it'll work or not. Only time will tell. What we know today is that the Philly executives who made this move care nothing about their franchise, their ownership, or their fans. Because the GM and the counterparts around him who sold a bill of goods to ownership that 13 years and $330 million is good for anyone other than the short-term job security of those pitching it is a farce. The real takeaway is that despite living a time with a higher IQ from baseball fans and millions of dollars on the line with every decision, you still have owners who don't understand that their GMs are often operating in their own self-interest. That's certainly true in Philly. I'm Bill Ryder.
CBS Sports Radio.
You might not be able to get a new car with your tax refund, but you can make it feel like it's brand new. All it needs is a great paint job. Come into Maaco today and get your dream paint job during their tax season sales events.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. 30% of Americans who are planning home improvements of $5,000 or more will pay for those renovations with a high-interest credit card. That may not be a great idea. A better idea may be to take cash out of your home with a Quicken Loans 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 4.5%, APR 4.78%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate subject to change. A 2% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
At Farmers Insurance, we know a roof can withstand a lot. One exception being an airborne car. Seen it, covered it. Talk to Farmers.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
RJ Choppy here for my good friends over at Zero Res. How often do you get your carpets cleaned? Not enough. That's the answer. We all neglect our carpet because we just assume it's there. Well, you know what's there? Allergens, dirt, dust trapped in the carpet fibers. It is mountain cedar time. That cedar fever is all over the place. You don't want to get that, and you can help prevent that. Help keep your family from getting sick this time of year with the RJ Choppy Fan Special and clean carpets from Zero Res. 3 rooms, pre-treated, cleaned and sanitized for $99. Plus 100 square feet of tile clean absolutely free. That's great value. They're locally owned and operated. They're based right here in Dallas, Fort Worth. You should get your carpets professionally cleaned once a year. You can do that with Zero Res by giving them a call and asking for the RJ Choppy Fan Special at 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN. 214-372-5326. Or ZeroResDallas.com. Flow backwards or forwards. It spells the same. It's Zero Res.
You may not wear a suit today, but chances are you wear a shirt, and we want to help you find your favorite shirt at Colwell & Son. Right now, Colwell & Son is having a made-to-measure shirt sale till March 15th. No more small, medium, large. No. Using Colwell's patented algorithm measuring system, we determine your perfect fit. Plus, we have 99 samples in-house to try on. Then, you pick the fabric and details like pocket, cuff, and collar. So 4 made-to-measure shirts for only $295 and ready in about 2 weeks. All this plus the easy in, easy out, and great Colwell & Son customer service that you've come to expect. That's 4 made-to-measure shirts for only $295.
4 made-to-measure Colwell shirts for only $295 right now. Colwell & Son on Hillcrest across from SMU. Or go to Colwell.com. Colwell & Son. Stay sharp, gentlemen.
Some of you have PMI. Some of you have a high interest rate. Some of you want to save money, but you think, mortgage rates have risen. What you don't know is they've actually fallen. At TexasLending.com, we've seen rates drop up to 0.75% in the last 2 months. Call TexasLending.com. Get your rate refinanced now. Save hundreds or thousands of dollars each month with TexasLending.com. 972-387-4600. Go online and apply with TexasLending.com.
4100 Alpha Road, Suite 300, Dallas, Texas, 75244. NMLS number 137773. Equal housing lender.
What's up, fans and Tolos? It is Troy Hughes. Let's talk about Platinum Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep. You know I love talking about them, and you especially know I love showing you Platinum. And that's why I have one of my good friends and the general manager of Platinum Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep, Andrew Beck, to tell you more about it.
Of course, fans and Tolos hear these commercials. They see our posts on social media, and now we want to invite everybody to Terrell. Check us out at PlatinumCDRJTexas.com and drive a little further to save a lot more at Platinum Chrysler Dodge Ram Jeep.
This is the exclusive home of Dallas Cowboys football. KRLD-FM and HD1, Dallas, Fort Worth. Let's go, Cowboys.
A Radio.com sports station. Live from spring training in Surprise, Arizona, this is Sean and RJ on your home of the Texas Rangers, 105.3 The Fan.
Second down and 6 at the 26. He got 2 at the 28. Prescott deep out to the right. No one covered Whitton at the 10, and he walks it in. Touchdown, Whitton. He's a touchdown machine, I tell you.
In case you haven't heard, number 82 is coming back. Good morning, Metroplex. Happy Friday to you. We are going to get you closer to the weekend. Yeah, JJ, with our final show from Surprise, Arizona, brought to you by Twin Peaks for Rangers Spring Training. John Daniels, Willie Calhoun, Big Tolo, Jose Trevino, all of them will be joining the show today, and our final Errol Spence ticket giveaway at 7:40. How's the Autoflex Leasing fan text looking as you've been studying that? And people can see you writing down. Choppy, does the best job within the show. I don't know the other shows of going through the fan text 877-881-1053. He's got a legal pad here to. I know. He's writing down word for word some of the fan texts that you are sending in. What is the initial Whitten reaction? I was like, are we getting killed for starting off the show at 5:30 saying this is a better story than it is reality?
No, we're not getting killed at all for that. I'm just going to read you the first 3 texts that came in right here. Don't kill me, but I don't think it's the right move. I do love what the move says, though, that we're going all in this year. Not excited. Same old offensive scheme, nothing new, not ushering a change. I'm so disappointed by the Whitten thing. More multiple tight end sets now. Shoot me instantly. I'm more for Whitten being the tight end coach. Not ecstatic about Whitten. He's like Dirk of the Cowboys. Hardly has any run after catch ability. He's a safe option. Should be second string. The Jason Witten situation only sets them back on the tight end position. They won't find a long-term solution until he retires. At 3.5, I'm happy about it, but still want them to go out and get Eifert or draft a young tight end in the draft, yada, yada. Yeah, I'm happy he won't be running Monday Night Football anymore.
I wonder how much man, I've written down like 9 different angles. Let's start off with the offense, because Troy yesterday said there was a good clip from Jason Garrett speaking at the Combine, and he was asked about Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator. Listen to Jay Jeezy talk about Kellen and the Cowboy offense. This, of course, was before the Whitten news came out yesterday.
Kellen's one of those guys that coming out of college, everyone said this guy's going to be a good player, but he's going to be a coach someday. I think he's always had that perception of him, and if you spend any amount of time with him, you understand why people have said that. So he's been with us for a few years. You know, we understand that he's not a really experienced coach right now, and hopefully we'll create a good environment and structure around him to help him grow in the role. But we have a lot of confidence in him, and he's close to the college game. And I think so many of the trends in the NFL are trickling up from high school football and from college football. So I think Kellen has a real good feel for those kinds of things.
See, he excelled in the college game, which is why you bring a guy back who turns 37 in May.
And the trends are going up. You know what Jason Witten is. You know it's going to be Y option. You know it's going to be the 6-down catch on third. You know it's not going to be explosion down the field. You know that you're not stretching the middle of the field. You know he's not going up the seams with any type of athleticism. So I do wonder when the hope is that Kellen Moore is going to, kind of hopefully space age things up a little bit, at least in terms of creativity, and then you get old Mr. Rock consistent, because make no mistake about it. All this crap about, competition, best man will win out. We want to push Dalton Schultz. We want to push Blake Jarwin. Not happening. We know who is starting, and we know who's going to be playing. I don't care how old he is. He'll still be out there 90% of the time over these other young kids.
Yeah, he will be. He will be. There's no doubt about that. Jason Witten's going to start, and if you have any problems with that, I mean, you better get over them quickly.
Yeah.
Because you got until the middle of July, by July 24th, to get over them. Is it a good move? Look, we have no idea. I have no idea what he is at this point.
I think we have a really good idea.
Well, he's just going to be 5 yards and turn around.
Yeah.
Okay.
We like, if there's anything that you do know, it's what Jason Witten is.
We know his shape and we know his routes. What is his overall health going to be? His ability to hold up throughout a season, all that stuff.
Yeah.
How's his blocking? Like in that regard. What's this mean for Dak? I mean, it gives Dak an out. But do we want to give a conservative quarterback an out? Doesn't he have enough of them?
Yeah, that's right. You want to give him something down the field.
Right. You would want, that's to me, I don't want an option where you can just dump it off 5 yards.
You do, but do you want a Y option where you can dump it off 5 yards?
Oh, I love a Y option where you can dump it off 5 yards.
Now, some people are asking, why now? Why didn't he do this last year when Ben Rodgers told all of us, the only one in the world, till Adam Schefter copied him? Ben said he's talking about coming back, and we couldn't pinpoint whether Whitten shut it down or the Cowboys shut it down. My opinion on that is pretty simple.
Oh, I think we're on the same page, and if we are, I'm 100% lockstep.
Jason Witten, I don't think, wanted to interrupt. Last year was their season. The turnaround was their story. And you're going to come in and hog and steal the spotlight. Like, remember Michael Jordan's first comeback when they lost to Orlando? And, I'm
back in the March.
I'm sure that they were happy, but it was still like Michael took over. And Whitten's not Michael, but he's one of the greatest of all time. The story would have been all about him. And I can see resentment developing in the locker room if all of a sudden Jason comes in and is like, oh, it's Jason Witten's team again. And these guys are like, dude, old man, get out of here. Get over it. This is our team now. It's a new era. I also think Jason's professional enough to where he wouldn't want to leave Monday Night Football right in the middle of the season with no, well, I guess they would have had a main analyst since Booger was the main analyst anyway. But I think it was a respect thing. I think it was a professionalism thing. And then he said, if I come back, we'll just wait until the season's over, start fresh, do it in the preseason, do it in the offseason, and then we're good to go instead of stealing other people's spotlight.
Look, I think to me that plays a role in it too, for sure. I think the biggest factor was he was not going to – Jason Witten is sort of that consummate professional teammate. He's not going to walk away in the middle of a season from a commitment that he made.
Yeah.
And, there was rumors his last year about him taking over the Tennessee job.
Yep.
In the middle of the season. And what we said? Yeah, he may want the job, but he's not leaving in the middle of November.
No way.
On his teammates. That's not what he's going to do.
Nope.
And whether or not we scoff at it or not, Booger and Tess.
What?
Boog and Tess were his teammates last year.
Yes.
And I don't think Jason ever would have.
I mean, Tess, yes.
Yeah. They never would have he would not have let them high and dry like that.
No way. No way.
And that speaks to his leadership. That also speaks to the fact that, when he makes a commitment, he does stick with it. So I do not see, I didn't think that it was plausible last year during the season that he was going to come back for that reason, and that it happens now for the very reason that this is the time to do it.
This move doesn't hurt the Cowboys. Like, if anything, it's like maybe a half a step forward. That's what it feels like. It's like half a step forward. I'm most excited that this is a sign that they're going all in. Like, I can't imagine a conversation and a discussion between Jerry, Jason, Steven, and Whitten to where it was, hey, we're going to get Earl. Okay? We have $50 million to spend. We're going to spend it. We're going to get Earl, and we're going all in. We're pushing the chips to the table. Come join us for one final hand, and then we can make this coaching transition. So I asked on social media yesterday because I know how intelligent the fans are, and I knew it would be closer than what the national media thought. Are you happy that 82 is back? Would you like to guess the results? 1053 SS on Twitter.
51% yes.
Whoa, you think it's that close? 51-49?
Yeah, I do. All right, judging on what I'm seeing on the fan text, absolutely.
58-42. 58%. Of course, I'm happy he's back. He's a legend. 42% needed to turn the page.
Okay.
And I was a little bit surprised by that, but props to the Tolos for not letting, the Hall of Fame and the legend and the mystique get in the way of reality. And reality is it's not going to be anything special. Maybe you'll get a big third down catch here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you get the big red zone touchdown here and there. But we know what the ceiling is, certainly.
We do know the ceiling.
It's not the roof.
Nope, we're not going to get that 35-yard pass down the middle. We're not getting that. We're not going to.
Yes.
We're going to get the safety valve. We're going to get 5 yards, 6 yards turnaround, and we're also going to get robbed of the greatest Monday night introductory song in sports history, the Wit and Tess and Boog. I don't know what we're going to have.
And Boog and Tess. And Tess and Boog and Wit. And we've been best friends for the longest time.
But I will say the ringtone is still available at 1053thefan.com, so you download the MP3 file, throw it into your folder, and it becomes your ringtone.
All right, very nice. Now, like if it's Tess and Boog and Dan or Orlovsky,
oh God, Tess and Boog and Orlovsky
and Orv.
Orv.
like now we got whoever they hire has got to be able to have that same kind of thing.
There are some people trying to speculate. This is the national joke being made. Oh, well, now Monday Night Football doesn't have to fire him, and he's running from the booth.
Crazy.
He's not running from the booth. He's obsessed with football.
Exactly.
He's addicted. Like we can name athletes till the end of the show who couldn't give it up, and they just kept going back. Muhammad Ali may have gotten Parkinson's because he couldn't stop.
Michael Jordan had to come back and play for the Wizards.
Dirk can't let it go.
Dirk.
We all think, oh my gosh, you got all the money in the world. You can do whatever you want. You're a god in your city. You're only playing 10 minutes a night. Why would you keep doing it? Because Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Witten are our dream in terms of working out and conditioning. Mm-hmm. Jason Witten, this psycho loves getting up and going to the gym and training right and going out and practice. Like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant loved practice, and Dirk is in the gym at all hours of the night, a legendary workout with Holger. And this is what Whitten is. We like sitting on the couch, drinking and BSing, watching games, and Jason Witten loves running routes and conditioning and eating right.
You're absolutely right.
A-holes.
I know, right? That's what they like to do. You know, they never would have had that zucchini mix that you made last night. There's too much. There was a pinch of salt in there, and they wouldn't have had it. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
But look, this is what they do. You're absolutely right. You can go all the way down the list from guys who just refuse to get. Like even Emmett. Like Emmett's perfect setup to his career would have been, just walking away from the Cowboys, but he wanted to keep playing, so he went to the Cardinals. Tom Brady might, wind up getting cut from the Patriots at some point, or not, or just walking away, and then like 2 years later say, I want to come back and play. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You just don't know with these. Brett Favre couldn't hang it up.
So I want to hear, I give Gavin Dawson a really hard time because he changes his mind all the time. And a couple weeks ago, I said something to him, and he said, "Well, where'd that come from?" And I was like, you know where it came from. He's like, yeah, I know I change my mind sometimes. Yesterday, he's like, I'm really excited about the story. Then by the end of G-Bag, he's going, why the heck didn't they work him out? Or like, what a joke. They should have worked him out. They should have put him through the rigors and see where he was at physically. So Troy found some old Dawson audio. It was a classic Dawson rant, and this was on Jason Witten, Troy?
Yeah, definitely Jason Witten, or we should say Dad.
Witten's running around with dad bod. This isn't funny. And nobody in the media will call it out because, it's Witten. Don't shut up! Get rid of the guy! He's freaking ancient! We're talking about demanding a Des Bryant pay cut, and we got Geezer Boy over here at 36 years old playing 100% of the snaps! What the F? Yes. We all want the Cowboys to win! Why won't they? Because they're stupid, and they keep guys that get to determine when they're done playing. Because they're awesome and white. That's what it is.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Whoa, shots fired. Geezer Boy. Called him Geezer Boy. So there's Dawson running the show from 10 to 3.
You could tell all you want about how good a player, how much fear the other team has in a player. In part, by how many defensive pass interferences they drew the last time they played. In 2017, while Rob Gronkowski is getting 126 yards in defensive penalties called against him because he's a threat, Jason Witten got 1 for 5. It was a defensive holding.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fear because you don't have to hold him.
All right, when we come back, there apparently has been an Earl Thomas meeting. The Cowboys met with Earl Thomas's representatives. Boy, I got a quick phone call about this yesterday, so we'll set that story straight. And yes, we're pumped about the story with Jason, but I'll tell you what's even more exciting about his return if you don't love the head coach right now. That's coming up next with Sean and RJ, live from Surprise, brought to you by Twin Peaks on The Fan.
Never miss a second of The Fan. Tolo all day and all night. Thanks to radio.com.
Radio.com.
Corona Premier welcomes the DFW Golf Show, March 1st through 3rd at Dallas Market Hall. Get up to 3 rounds of golf, Pro Tour tickets, and Top Golf credit while they last. Save huge on TaylorMade, Titleist, and more with Challenger's Power Golf on site. VIP tickets and free golf. DFWGolfShow.com.
RJ Choppy here. Listen up, men. Let's say you're playing a little baseball game. We're out here at baseball. Here's a diamond. You hit a line drive into the right center field gap. You round first. You head for second. And man, you see the third base coach picking up between first and second. You start going to third. He's waving you home. He's waving you home. Here comes the throw. Stone cold at the plate because you have ED. That's the catcher's name, too, right there. BlueChew.com. Promo code RJ. We will fix you up. We will get rid of ED. Over 50% of men in the world have that disease. I don't even want to call it a disease, that issue of ED. Only 25% do something about it. It's the first ever chewable. It is the same active ingredient as those other pills of the blue pill, and it works faster than a pill because it's a chewable. It's better value. You don't have to go to the doctor. You don't have to go to the pharmacy line. It's sent directly to your door. Very discreet packaging at BlueChew.com. Promo code RJ. First order's free, $5 shipping. BlueChew.com. Promo code RJ. First order's free, $5 shipping. BlueChew.com. Don't get thrown out at the plate. Get your confidence back and your little fella feeling big again.
Did you know that Hulu, yes, Hulu, has live sports? Watch your favorite teams and more on 60+ live and on-demand channels, all without a cable or satellite subscription. Get live TV for sports, news, and more. Tons of shows and movies and exclusive originals, all for a fraction of the cost of cable. Pocket, fits in your backpack, fits your on-the-go life. Whether you're going to work, going on vacation, or just going out with friends. 5-Hour Energy. Energy on the go. For more information and to find a retailer near you, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Lowe's knows you'll do it right. And do it yourself to stay within budget when making updates to your bathroom. We do it right, too, by offering up to 20% off select toilets during the final days of our Refresh for Less kitchen and bath event. Step up your style even more with floor tiles starting at just 49 cents a square foot. For your next bath project, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offer valid through 3/6. See store for details, U.S. only.
Springtime is almost here. It's the perfect time to tackle the next job on your list. And AutoZone has the free services to help you do it. With the AutoZone Rewards program, members get more, like a $20 reward every time you spend $20 or more 5 times. And right now, get 5 quarts of Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic or Full Synthetic High Mileage Motor Oil and an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for $17.99 after a $15 AutoZone gift card by mail. Let us help you at more than 5,600 locations nationwide. See terms at AutoZone.com/rewards. Restrictions and details in store.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Hey, if you thought our fan movie screenings last year were huge, just you wait. 2019 is going to blow your mind. Disney's Captain Marvel kicks off the first of 9 blockbusters that 105 Through the Fan will bring our Tolos this year. This one drops Saturday, March 9th at 4 o'clock at the Studio Movie Grill in the Colony. Register now at 105throughthefan.com.
If you're struggling financially, pick up the phone and call Mark Rubin. He can help you. Compounding credit card debt can eat you alive. Don't go through that by yourself, especially when there's help out there. Help that's easy to talk to, like our guy, Mark Rubin. Yeah, Mark Rubin is the dude. He's helped so many people. We always talk about thousands of folks have turned to him. Well, a ton of those people are our Tolo listeners. That's because Mark has been riding with 105.3 for over a decade. He's been with us in different incarnations. He's always been partners with the Ben and Skin Show, and we appreciate that. So we know a lot about Mark besides just, what he does with his profession there. And we know that he's a good dude. You'll like him. And why does that matter? Because when you're handing over, your personal financial situation, you want to feel confident in the person you're handing it over to. Mark will instill confidence in you immediately. You're going to like working with him, whether it's foreclosure or repossession or IRS problems or medical bills or whatever has put you in this bad spot. Let Mark Rubin get you out of it. It's Mark Rubin and Rubin and Associates at 1-800-LAWYERS or check him out online at DallasTexasLegal.com.
It's 105.3, The Fan, brought to you by DFW Airport Parking. Let's talk a little bit more about 82.
Tickets? Check. Hotel? Check. Beach towel? Check. Make sure $10 terminal parking at DFW Airport is also on your checklist for spring break. Just book on March 7th or 8th for travel through May 31st at dfwairport.com/park.
And we're back to Sean and RJ. A 105.3 The Fan segment brought to you by state-of-the-art weight loss and Frankel & Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS. Tolos, if you've been involved in an accident, it's not your fault. Call Frankel & Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS. FrankelFirm.com, principal office, Dallas, Texas.
In the gun with Elliott to his left. Beasley right slot, second and goal. He's going to throw. Looking lit out. Starts up the middle. Now he pulls it back. Now he peels around left. Now he throws it in the end zone. Jason Witten. Touchdown. Cowboys win.
Thank you, Brad Sham. It's Sean and RJ Roy White with his final day in Surprise, Arizona, brought to you by Twin Peaks. John Daniels will be sitting down with us. Willie Calhoun. We will go shoe shopping and eat barbecue with Willie Calhoun, and we'll give a Tolo test to Jose Trevino. Does he know more about turning it on, leaving it on than you do? So Jason Whitten is back. There were two different reports on the contract and the money because some Cowboy fans were not happy with that. $3.5 million with maybe the chance to get to $5 million with incentives and other things that go along with that. Here is Witten's quote with the statement when the story broke. The fire inside of me to compete and play this game is just burning too strong. This team is a great group of rising young stars, and I want to help them make a run at a championship. This was completely my decision, and I am very comfortable with it. I'm looking forward to getting back in the dirt. So he had to drop the dirt in there, of course. So that's him saying, look, this is a chance for a final run. I'm excited that I think the Cowboys told him we're going all in. This to me probably means Earl Thomas as well. But what I'm also excited about is if you're not a fan of Jason Garrett, I think this is setting up Jason Witten to coach. And I know that sounds like crazy sports theory, but I'm gonna rely on Ben Rodgers. The only guy who had this story. He was called out. He was ridiculed. He was made fun of in November. And Ben yesterday got to stick his chest out and ride his high horse. And Ben has talked about Jason Witten wanting to coach. You know this with your alma mater, the University of Tennessee. So to me, this is, yes, about him being obsessed with football and returning to play, but also the transition to move into this field to maybe one day be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know how quick it's going to be.
Yeah. Just remember one quote. Just remember one quote from Jerry Jones, who has told us this on this show many a time, that Jason Witten is one of the top 5 people I've ever known in the sport of football. One of the top 5 people ever. I'm going to keep that in the back of my head as we look towards his coaching future.
Now, will he be able to pull the rabbit out of that back of your head to get that coaching job?
Oh, you want to? We have some lowlights that Troy's pull with this broadcast.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think he is going to want to coach someday. I don't know that I would put him right from booth to field to booth to field to coach.
Right.
You know, I don't.
Like, if you told me tomorrow who do I want to coach this season between Jason Witten and Jason Garrett, it's Jason Garrett, and it's not close.
If you told me next year, it's Jason Garrett. Like I don't,
unless they go unless they do 4-12.
If they do 4-12, I still, then I might want Jason out, but not Jason in. The other Jason. Like I kind of want you to have some idea of what it's like to run an organization, run a position group. Right. Mark Colombo's more qualified to be the head coach right now than Jason Witten is.
No doubt.
So, like, Kellen Moore, for crying out loud, is more qualified to be the head coach. You know, so there is that aspect to it. But look, I mean, he wants to coach. We know that. At some point, he probably will get a shot. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm not going to let him sit here and be the guy in waiting right now. But there's also the aspect of where do you want him to be? Do you want him to coach as a position first? Do you want him to just go right into head coach? What do you want?
Yeah.
And what do you want your head coach? What does your ideal head coach look like? Is your ideal head coach quarterback? Is your ideal head coach a former player of yours,
offensive or defensive guy,
is your ideal head coach on this side of the football, or is your ideal head coach one of these young phenoms? Right. Which one is that? So, speaking of head coach, Jason Garrett talking to ESPN on why 82 is back.
Oh, I'm excited. Witt's been a great player for us for a long time. He's been a great leader on our football team for a number of years, and it's just great to have him back. I think it was a challenging decision for him to stop playing football, and I think the reason he did is because the opportunity to be the lead analyst on Monday Night Football was too good for him to pass up. But in all my discussions with him during that process, you could tell deep down this is hard for him to do. I think he still felt that he had some meat on the bone. He still loved to play. I don't think that ever waned, his passion for the game. And I just think he listened to that and went through the process. I think he had a really good experience as an announcer this year, but I think he still wanted to play football, and we're excited to have him back.
Anyone else have an issue besides Gavin Dawson that they didn't see him do anything physically, that they trusted Witten's self-assessment? I tweeted to Dawson, Jason's in shape if you took one look at his painted-on Monday Night Football suits. Dawson taking 2 legends down in one tweet, writing me back. Dirk looks good in a suit right now, too. Woo! Gavin Dawson coming in hot. I don't care whatsoever. I trust Jason Witten more than anyone else to be ready to go as well as he can be. He knows. He knows what it takes. Not saying his body's going to hold up, but it's not going to break down in a workout in order for them to see him run up and down the field a few times. No, he can be super slow, but he was never fast. Right. No, I'm not necessarily worried. I mean, it's a guy they trust. If you were going to work Jason Witten, what were you going to do? Yeah. What were you going to do? You have him run 3 cone drills? I mean, come on, now shuttle. What are you going to do? Michael Young. Tell him to get on the bench press and see what he can do still. Michael Young with the great Twitter account wrote, comebacks, if you need a guy to hit 157 with 2 wind-aided homers, a non-existent launch angle, and a burning desire to pitch in blowouts, I'm your man. So, good stuff. Well done, Michael Young. Let's play the troll attempt. I don't want to say anything bad about this guy because he's so nice. He's got $1 million smile, but he does this a lot. And some fans are like, you don't know what he's going to do. Ben Rogers is the only one who knew about Whitton. How do you know what DeMarcus Ware is really going to do? After the news broke, you had Marty B, you had Chris Johnson talk about going back to the Titans, and DeMarcus Ware decided to have some fun with all the Tolos on Twitter.
Hey, I want to let everyone know that I've been inspired when I heard that Jason Witten might be coming out of retirement. And I started thinking to myself, maybe I need to call Romo and get him out of the booth and all 3 of us come back. But then Von Miller started hitting me up, and then also DeMarcus Lawrence saying that they wanted another guy on the edge while I come back. I have been working out, and I do feel good. Do y'all think I should come back? Y'all let me know. Don't play with me. Y'all let me know.
Little peckers.
Trolling attempt. D-Ware loves and likes to stir people up and get some of that attention. So don't fall for that whatsoever. Yesterday, Mike Fisher calls me. Exclusive. And I'm like, oh, what's going on with Witten?
Break news to you.
He's like, I'm not here to talk about Witten. I'm here to talk about that slappy Jason Lackenfora. And I'm like, he's like, can I get this off my chest? I'm like, go ahead, Mikey, rant. And he's like, did you see what he reported? And I'm like, no, I didn't. He goes, Jason Lackenfora, that slappy, just tweeted. The Cowboys have had their meeting with Earl Thomas's camp. He's clearly their top target at safety, but they're casting a wide net at that position if they cannot agree to a deal with him. And Fisher's like, does this guy know, like, does he know the rules? Does he know how free agency works, Sharif? Like, these other people, what are they doing? And he's like, oh, I got a text message from a front office executive. Got to go. Boom, hung up. So basically, the Cowboys cannot meet with Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas is not a free agent yet. So you can't accuse the Cowboys of tampering. That's what Fish was like. This guy's accused the Cowboys of tampering right here. No wonder they don't tell him anything. Fish then tweeted, alert, source in Indianapolis tells me Cowboys have not had any sort of official meeting there with representatives of free agent to be Earl Thomas. Interest is great. Casual hello allowed, but rules must be followed. So I can't wait to hear Fisher go off on Jason La Canfora 1 hour from now, right here on the home of America's team. Now, let's move on to the other breaking news. Bryce Harper signs with the Phillies, and it sounds like he'll be there for the rest of his career unless all hell breaks loose and they want to get rid of him or he tries to demand out. It is a 13-year contract with no out clause. 13 for $330. Bryce is 26. He'll be making $25 a season. Did not want the opt-out, and Scott Boras, his agent, said, oh, why don't we get more? Well, first off, it's very, 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 very hard these days to get long-term contracts. And I was instructed by my client. Bryce Harper told me length of the deal, most important. I want a new home. And look, there's some guys who probably don't want to keep going to this every off season or every 3 years. But you were stunned by this.
I was stunned. I was stunned at the years. I was stunned at the money. The money was incredibly low for the years. I was stunned by the opt-out or the lack of opt-out. But mostly I was stunned by the fact that everything we have heard is that he does not care to play in Philadelphia. Everything we've heard is that. And for him to go and sign not a deal with Philly, but a ridiculous 13-year deal there. Like, he has no opt-out. If he had signed this and they had a 3-year opt-out, great, whatever. But this, I'm blown away by. I am blown away by this. It's, look, Philadelphia is going to be a very good team. They're going to have money to spend. This helps because it's $25 million a year, helps their luxury tax issue. But I'm blown away that I thought he was going west. I thought the Dodgers made perfect sense. He was going to get potentially a short-term buku bucks kind of deal with the Dodgers.
Well, let me give you the other offers that were reported by a combo of Bob Nightingale.
Wrong.
John Heyman.
Kind of wrong.
And John Morosi. All right. So these are all the other offers that were reported. I want you to remember, we'll start with this. He got 13 for $330. No opt-out. No opt-out. Bryce apparently did not want one. Nightingale says the final offer from the Dodgers, 3 for $135 or 4 for $168. Okay. Morosi said
$42 million a year.
Morosi said the Dodgers were willing to offer a 4-year deal at $45 a season and the ability to become a free agent at age 30.
See, for me,
$45 a year. Boras said that. He goes, we had offers of $45 a year on shorter terms, but the goal was to get the longest contract possible.
But here's what I understand, Scott. I got to do your job for you. If you just signed for $330 for 13, and I could get more than half that in 4, if I could get $180 million in 4 years, which means Bryce Harper at 30 will have the next 9 years to figure out a way to make $150 million or more dollars, and you didn't do it, I think that's.
There's only one explanation. There's only one. That Bryce Harper doesn't even trust his own body to not break down? Is that it? Or maybe he's some super crazy, dedicated family guy that wants to be locked in.
Yeah.
Just straight locked into an organization. I find it hard to believe an athlete does not have confidence in themselves, but isn't that the only explanation that and I had heard Ranger whispers.
It's definitely an explanation, yeah.
I had heard Ranger whispers. Why didn't y'all go in on this? Why didn't y'all do the Bryce deal? That maybe he plays so violently.
He does.
And he misses games.
Yep.
And maybe he was afraid he couldn't make 25 a season like he's going to make now for the next 13 years. He couldn't get that or more at age 30 if his body's breaking out. That's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, I agree with you. It's crazy.
Unless they think there's going to be some kind of a salary cap in the next CBA, or the next CBA is going to so kill their ability to sign these long-term deals. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It really doesn't. I don't get it. I'm glad that he stayed in the National League. I'm glad that, honestly, he didn't go to the West Coast because every superstar in baseball seems to be out there anyway. Trout, Machado, Kershaw, even Posey's out there. Now you got Betts and Judge and Harper on the East Coast, and you've got the MVP in the National League. Yelich was in the Central Time Zone, so you've got guys, but man, I was surprised.
All right, when we come back, man, we are loaded. Mike Fisher at 7:20. Earl Spence tickets at 7:40. Jose Trevino taking the Tolo test. See if you can beat him. John Daniel sits down for part 2. We have you covered for turning it on, leaving it on out here in Surprise, brought to you by Twin Peaks. But up next and out of bounds, we have Dog Park Debbie. Wait till you hear this audio. I didn't know you could go to jail for doing this with your dog. And do you recognize this theme song? Next.
Coming up in the next G-Bag Nation, it's a Friday. So much news out of the Combine this week in Witten's return. We'll talk about it with Brian Broaddus at 1 p.m. The Nation 10 to 3 on the Fan.
Always better buy at Fort Worth Nissan. This month only get $8,000 off MSRP on all remaining 2018 Rogues. $8,000 off MSRP. Always better buy. FortWorthNissan.com. See dealer for details. Quote mark this price. Stock number JW4897888.
RJ Choppy here for my good friends over at Zero Res. How often do you get your carpets cleaned? Not enough. That's the answer. We all neglect our carpet because we just assume it's there. Well, you know what's there? Allergens, dirt, dust trapped in the carpet fibers. It is mountain cedar time. That cedar fever is all over the place. You don't want to get that, and you can help prevent that. Help keep your family from getting sick this time of year with the RJ Choppy Fan Special and clean carpets from Zero Res. 3 rooms, pre-treated, cleaned and sanitized for $99. Plus 100 square feet of tile clean absolutely free. That's great value. They're locally owned and operated. They're based right here in Dallas, Fort Worth. You should get your carpets professionally cleaned once a year. You can do that with Zero Res by giving them a call and asking for the RJ Choppy Fan Special at 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN. 214-372-5326. Or ZeroResDallas.com. Flow backwards or forwards. It spells the same. It's Zero Res.
What's the difference between good and great? Good is getting the haircut you love. Great is getting it for $6.99. It's time for the $6.99 Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. And when you use online check-in to stop in for our best sale of the year, you'll not only save money, but time too. Download our online check-in app to snag a great haircut for just $6.99. The Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
The $6.99 Great Haircut Sale runs March 1st through March 8th.
So, what's on sale at Nebraska Furniture Mart?
All of it? No, what department? All departments. Furniture, flooring, appliances, electronics.
So, if I need a sofa, carpet, a washer, and a computer?
It's all on sale. And that's not all. You can shop with special 2020 financing too on purchases just $3.99 or more.
So, area rugs, TVs, recliners, and refrigerators?
Yes, you know Nebraska Furniture Mart selection. It's huge with thousands of items in furniture, flooring, appliances, and electronics all on sale. And most items are in stock, so we can pick them up or have them delivered fast. We can shop the sale online too.
Wood flooring, cameras, dining tables, and dishwashers, all on sale. And I can use special 2020 financing?
I'm telling you, all departments, all categories, all on sale, and all at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Some exclusions apply. Minimum monthly payments required for financing. 18% APR. See store for complete details.
Here's a deal from Sprint that you won't want to miss. Right now, when you switch to Sprint, we'll give you $50 on a prepaid MasterCard for each new phone you lease. The card is issued by MetaBank, member FDIC. Just register for the card online and you're good to go. That's right, $50 for each new phone you lease when you bring your number to Sprint. And when you get a new iPhone, you get an incredible new iPad for $99, plus a $100 prepaid MasterCard. Make the switch today, and don't miss all the other great deals you'll find waiting for you on Sizzling Sprint Saturday. Join us March 2nd at your local Sprint store. Cards require 60 days of service before card ships. iPad 6th Gen 32GB $417 per month after $15 monthly credit for 24 months. Credit applied within 2 bills. Requires new line on qualifying plan. If you cancel early, remaining balance due. Taxes due at sale. Offer not available everywhere, subject to credit and $30 activation fee. Restrictions apply.
RJ Chopper here, inviting you and a guest to join me in playing a little bit of the best golf in the nation. America's #1 par 3 course at Gaylord, Michigan. We'll fly American Airlines nonstop from DFW to Traverse City. Details and register 105throughthefan.com/getaway. No purchase necessary.
Corona Premier welcomes the DFW Golf Show, March 1st through 3rd at Dallas Market Hall. Get up to 3 rounds of golf, PGA and LPGA Tour tickets, and top golf credit while they last. Test new clubs and Sellinger's Power Golf Super Sale. Sip in the beer and spirit sampling zones. Get golf tag lessons. Swing in the simulator, and kids under 12 are free at the golf show. March 1st through 3rd at Market Hall next to the home show. Sponsored by Your Michigan Avid Golfer, Charles Schwab Challenge, The Plus Group, and Nissan. VIP tickets at DFWGolfShow.com.
RJ Choppy here. Join me from 11 to 1 on Sunday at the DFW Golf Show. We are giving away a trip to Gaylord, Michigan, the #1 golf destination in all the land. You get lost in the game. You play America's top par 3 course. Tom Fazio, of course, designed some of these. It's the nonstop flight from DFW to Traverse City. We are taking it, you, me, and a buddy, June 6th through the 9th.
Go to 1053thefan.com/getaway to register. 1053.com/getaway. No purchase necessary.
82 is back.
The Dallas Cowboys have agreed to terms with Jason Witten on a contract that will bring the tight end back to the Cowboys for the 2019 season.
Jason Witten is returning to America's team.
Totally shocked. I didn't see this coming at all. It's just my brain is exploding right now, but I will say this. I'm excited.
When Cowboys news happens, you'll hear it here first. Welcome back, Jason. This is the home of the Dallas Cowboys. 105.3 The Fan. Not everything stays between the lines. This is Out of Bounds on 105.3 The Fan.
Out of Bounds brought to you by Mesquite Mitsubishi. $250 down, $250 a month or less can get you behind one of their great new rides. Go check them out in Mesquite at 635 in Oates or online at mymitsu.com. A segment also brought to you by the Winstar World Casino and Resort.
So, my girlfriend's dog, this little French bulldog, is a menace. He just runs around nonstop. He wants to hump everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, rather than have him hump our arms or legs 24/7, maybe we should have him release some energy and take him to a dog park. Let him run around a little bit. You know, I'm like, maybe take him to the Katy Trail. Let him sit out there. Look at Troy Aikman running by with his shirt off.
No.
Or Jason Garrett maybe having a beer. And I'm like, after this story, absolutely not.
We remember Barbecue Becky. We remember Permit Patty.
Good dog.
I don't care for the name they've given her, Dog Park Debbie. I call her Dog Park Dorothy.
Well, her name's Debbie, right?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does.
The first girl's name wasn't Becky.
Yeah, I don't know if it was her real name.
Yeah, that's not her name.
I don't think that's her real name. That's what she's just being dubbed.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just,
the real name,
the O and the dog and the O and the Dorothy. And I think Dorothy sounds way more old and crotchety than Debbie does.
Fair point.
Although Debbie's your older sister from the 80s. That's who Debbie is. This is Dog Park Dorothy. This was in Attleboro, Massachusetts. Troy, what's the name of that state? How do you pronounce it?
Just get to your point.
There we go. She was at a dog park. She was at a dog park, and her dog was, according to her, assaulted by another dog who decided that he was going to take advantage of the situation.
Call the cops right now. Because I told you I wasn't leaving the park because my dog was humping your dog. I'm not verbally assaulting you. I told you I'm not leaving.
The Attleboro Dog Park. That's inappropriate for the dog park.
No, it's not.
I know.
They're all humping each other, and she's calling the cops because my dog humped her dog. I've seen every single dog hump another dog here. And she tells me to leave, and now she's calling the cops. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, they will.
Yo, I can't wait. Yo, this is crazy. Because this, you heard of Barbecue Becky? Because this is the newest one. Right here.
This is insanity. This is I mean, I don't have a dog. I've never had a dog. I assume this is what happens at every dog park.
Is there animal sexual assault that I'm not aware of?
I don't know. Like, if he was, there was the dog. I mean, I guess the question is, was the dog neutered or spayed, whatever it is?
Because what if the dog does impregnate the other dog?
Well, then, but that's how these things happen a lot of times, right? You get pregnant at the dog park.
I don't know.
But
it could be a nightmare there. You're taking care of a litter of them.
It could be.
Like you're the Novacek family.
It could be.
With, 94 different pets in your house.
But look.
That you didn't want. Illegitimate litter.
Even if this was illegal, this is not a cop issue. The cops have things to do. They have real problems. They have to catch people rolling red lights, stop signs. They don't need to be at dog parks because a Chihuahua decided that it wanted to have a part of a Schnauzer.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy. You're not crazy whatsoever. This is a person not realizing how the real world works. They've, put their little animal. This is a millennial dog.
Yeah.
You got to take care of this thing.
A millennial dog.
Yeah, little snowflake dog.
Oh yeah, like a lap dog.
Can't get licked by anybody else.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a very sheltered.
Can't pet it.
No pun intended. Very sheltered animal.
Well, the dog was scared. If you actually watch the video, I mean, it was terrified.
That was good. That was pretty good. I got nothing to top it.
Fantastic says dogs are required to be neutered to be in a dog park anyway.
No, they're not.
What?
No, they're not.
What is it, like a bouncer?
And who's checking?
Is there a Is there
Yo,
a
man,
bouncer?
need you to lift those hind legs.
Yeah. Seriously. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
That's
The
not
says.
right.
I just go, whatever the Fantex says, it's the internet.
So you're telling me if I go down to Bark Park today in Deep Ellum after I go to the Armory to have lunch, there's going to be some guy down there with his 2 fingers making sure my dog's gnats have been removed. That's not true.
How'd you like to have that job? Bouncer at a dog park.
Dude,
bouncer at a dog
how'd
park.
you like to have the job where you have to do in vitro on a dog?
What's in vitro?
Where you artificially inseminate the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you got to get that stuff somehow.
I bet there's some freaks that actually like that. All right, the story that RJ has been wanting to talk about for 48 hours, unfortunately, still has relevance. Not unfortunately. Well, because of one of the people, one of the stars, and what happened to him.
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, cha-cha, da-na-na-na. Let's see how many on the Autoflex Leasing fan text remember or are excited about the return.
What do you mean remember? This was one of the greatest. This TV show gave birth to Melrose, to Party of Five, to Gilmore Girls, to Dawson's Creek, to all those other garbage shows that everybody watched. But this show was amazing.
So it was the original garbage show?
This show was tremendous.
Okay.
This was the original soap opera that teens got into.
Yes.
Men and women. We all watched it, Roy.
You never watched it?
Never seen one episode. I couldn't tell you. I didn't even know. The reason I know Luke Perry was a star on 90210 is because he was featured on a Family Guy episode where Meg falls in love with him, or he tries to seduce Meg. That's the only reason. And actually, I think the ultimate goal for him is to wind up seducing Peter, the father. But ultimately, that's the only reason I know who Luke Perry is.
Well, Luke Perry yesterday, a day after this story breaks. So the long-rumored Beverly Hills 90210 reboot featuring many of the original cast. Jason Priestley, who played Brandon. Jenny Garth, who played Kelly. Ian Ziering, who played Steve Sanders. Gabrielle Curteris, who played Andrea. Brian Austin Green. What?
I didn't see my girl in there. I didn't see one of my crushes.
Oh, Tiffany Amber Thiessen?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she was not an original cast member.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen was... I thought she was
Kelly Kapowski. Yeah, she was. She went to this show.
Okay. She was on 90210?
In the later parts.
Yeah. No. You know what she's hottest in? Truthfully, the movie The Ladies' Man. With Tim Meadows and Will Ferrell as her
I feel like Tiffany Amber Thiessen doesn't get her props.
She doesn't.
I love her.
Love her.
Like people always thought like Kelly Kapowski and Winnie. But wait. Was Tiffany Amber was she in Melrose too?
No, she was in this, but she was in the later half.
Okay.
So Brian Austin Green played David Silver, and then Tori Spelling, who played Donna Martin, graduates, also in this one.
Calm down.
Now,
take a breath.
Look Tiffany Thiessen.
Oh God,
that's the ladies' man.
Yes.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen. I'm gonna give you a taste of that on the webcam.
Now Tiffany Thiessen,
that's for you guys.
She came in later. Shannon Doherty's not in this, and neither was Luke Perry when this news broke. Then yesterday, Luke Perry in his 50s had a massive stroke. Massive stroke. Yesterday when I got the Jason Witten text, I also got a text from my sister. Luke Perry had a stroke. Luke played Dylan McKay. Every guy wanted to be Dylan McKay. Every girl wanted to be with Dylan McKay. I am all in on this reboot. I am 100%. Here's the thing. They're not even playing their old characters, though.
What?
They're going to be playing characters trying to pitch the idea of a teenage show reboot with 8 has-beens.
Oh. I don't know about that.
Wow. Call that a 902 DOA.
They are, quote, going to play heightened versions of themselves shopping a Beverly Hills 90210 reboot.
What's DOA?
Dead on Arrival.
Oh.
And it's got no chance.
Oh, man. No chance. All right, real quick, just so we don't have to talk about this in the future. This will be the last week of this, hopefully. Real quick. A Star is Born, Choppy's Obsession, is returning to theaters.
Tell me something, girl.
With 12 extra minutes and new performances. Will you go to the theater to see it again just because of the 12 extra minutes that are being added to this? Extended songs, totally new scenes, and music.
And lots more insults from me.
wait, who is this?
You thought You're Ugly was bad? I can't wait for you to see what they got on the unrated version.
Dip lip.
That's right.
Dip lip.
You look like a bologna sandwich down there.
No. Arby's, boy. Come on now.
Yeah, boy, what's that smell? You stink.
Oh, Roy, stop it. You're ugly. You're ugly.
You're ugly.
I might consider this. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to know another touch. I don't want to start another fire, Sean. I don't want to know another kiss. I don't want to know. I don't want any other man's name falling off my lips.
I failed you.
Troy, speaking of entertainment, I didn't know you were working on this. You didn't tell any of us. And then all of a sudden on 1053thefan.com, you did a good deed for Pat Doney.
Oh, absolutely. Pat Doney over at NBC5. Of course, one of our good friends, the guy who always is just working. I mean, you love to say he's a beast when talking about Brian Broaddus. Pat Doney's the guy. Here's the thing about Pat. Pat is a gigantic fan of the band Switchfoot. And a lot of people are like, really, Switchfoot? That's your favorite band? But he loves Switchfoot, loves them so much. So I decided to surprise him yesterday, and the video is up at 1053thefan.com, and I'll play a little part of the video here. I surprised Pat by telling him, yeah, we're going to be talking about, our partnership with NBC5. But instead, I surprised him with tickets to go see Switchfoot when they come to the House of Blues here in Dallas this month. And he was like, oh, wow, that's really exciting. Oh, that's great. Well, the surprises didn't stop, and neither did Pat's reaction.
Do you have some time that day?
Do I have some time? I'm actually off that day, yes.
Oh, well, that's...
Because I was going to be buying tickets because, I was hoping to go to the concert at some point.
You're definitely going to the concert.
Okay.
And I'm glad that you do have time because you're going to have to get there just a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Because you will be attending a private sound check. You will be going to a meet and greet.
Are you serious?
And you will be doing a Q&A with your favorite band.
Stop it! Are you serious right now? You're fired up, man. I'm coming, John Foreman. I hope you're ready, man. I am coming.
Look how stoked
I am ready to go. I am stoked. That's a good way for it.
So I talked to the people at the House of Blues. They're like, wait, is he a real big fan? I'm like, he's a huge fan. And they're like, yeah, let's do something really big.
Wow.
So am I going?
You're more than welcome to.
Am I going?
Well, I don't know.
Why not?
You're more. Do you want to come?
Well, I'd like to come. I made. You know how many like phone calls I made? There was like 2.
There were 2?
Yeah, I mean,
that's great.
I would think I could do something.
Holy cow.
Awesome video.
So nice.
Love it. Very cool video.
Go check out the reaction when he thinks the cameras are turned off. That was my favorite part. He's like, all right, the cameras are off. I can be, I can drop the professionalism. Dude, are you serious?
Oh, my God.
There's Pat Doney. He deserves a positive Pat getting hooked up with our partnership at NBC5. When we come back, this feels like a crescendo moment. How much better is Jason Witten going to actually make the Cowboys? We also have golfing with RJ, partying with Roy. Shout out to John Ramsey, huge Tolo, whose dad is dealing with some medical issues, but they're still turn it on, leave it ons at the hospital. Shout out, John. The top 7 at 7, your radio sports page to get you ready for your Friday and the weekend with Jason Witten's return is next.
We were meant to live for so much longer.
This CBS Sports Minute brought to you by the snoring experts at SimpleSleepServices.com. Get the right diagnosis, the right solution, the right treatment to help you wake up to better sleep.
This is Tiki Bulver with a CBS Sports Minute sponsored by Prilosec OTC. Kick your antacid habit with Prilosec OTC. Coming into this year's NFL Scouting Combine, a lot of blowhards were speculating that Heisman Trophy winning star Kyler Murray out of Oklahoma was closer to 5'8" than 5'10". He measured over 5'10", not ideal height, but his mastery of an explosive and exciting air raid style offense at OU makes you take notice. There's only one 5'10" quarterback in the NFL right now, Russell Wilson of the Seahawks. However, he's already won a Super Bowl and consistently one of the top QBs in the league. Can Murray follow suit? The jury's not convened yet, but I'm not putting anything past the former Sooner, who was undefeated in major Texas high school football and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. There's a bigger picture here too. How GMs view Murray and where one ultimately drafts him will definitely tell us a lot about the continuing evolution of NFL offenses. I'm Tiki Barber.
CBS Sports Radio.
Do you have frequent heartburn, like the kind of heartburn where you stash antacids everywhere? You feel like you gotta have those chalky tablets just in case heartburn strikes. If that's you, you do know that there's an easier way to deal with heartburn, right? Prilosec OTC. Just 1 pill a day will last a full 24 hours with zero heartburn. With Prilosec OTC, you can actually simply not get heartburn in the first place. No more stashing antacids. Try Prilosec OTC. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn. It's possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
What if the kid who cut your grass worked like most financial advisors? Instead of a straight-up $20, you'd get some confusing bill with surcharges and add-ons. What the heck is a blade height adjustment fee? Creative planning is different. Our fiduciary advisors work off one transparent fee structure, and we never receive commissions on new investments. Dial 866-439-5641 for a free, no-obligation consultation with Creative Planning. Investment strategies recommended by Creative Planning are not assured of earning a profit or avoiding a loss in declining markets.
We're talking with Eden, an actual client of Frankel & Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS.
When my car accident happened, between calling 911 and trying to avoid the guy who clearly wasn't paying attention that hit me, then the sirens, then the emergency vehicles, you were overwhelmed. I called 1-800-LAWYERS from the scene of the accident, and it's the best phone call that I've ever made. The call is free, and you're talking with a highly experienced personal injury lawyer at Frankel & Frankel, whose entire focus is to be sure you're okay and that you get the best care possible. There's no out-of-pocket costs at all, and the Frankels work with incredible doctors all over DFW. I was injured, I missed work, I needed a rental car. My doctors were fantastic. Now I'm focused on my recovery and let the Frankels deal with everything, including putting the insurance company on notice that they'll go all the way to trial if necessary to get a recovery that is best for me and my family.
If you're in an accident and it's not your fault, immediately call Frankel & Frankel at 1-800-LAWYERS or online at frankelfirm.com. Principal office, Dallas, Texas.
It's almost time to get out on the water. The Fort Worth Boat Expo is back. This is your one chance to compare vendors for affordable prices and receive on-the-spot financing on all watercraft models on display. Plus, admission is free for the entire show. Kick your spring break off right with deals this good you can't afford to miss it. Head to the Fort Worth Boat Show, March 14th to 17th at Amon G. Carter, Will Rogers Exhibit Hall, and remember, admission is free for the entire show. For more information, go to FortWorthBoatExpo.com.
The skills you can develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you an edge in the high-tech job market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career training to take advantage of your skills in science, technology, engineering, and math that can help give you a leg up to a high-paying and rewarding STEM profession. Get a head start on your career while earning money to pay for college. Log on to NationalGuard.com to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities in the Army National Guard. Sponsored by the Texas Army National Guard. Aired by the Texas Association of Broadcasters and this station. 32 years ago, Dan Bretler opened the first car toy store. And today, we've got a special guest.
Hi everybody. I'm Danny's mom. We're going to have the biggest birthday party ever.
During Car Toy's 32nd birthday bash, get amazing savings on the newest audio and safety technology for cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats.
Ooh, how many people do we expect?
Well, Car Toys has over 9 million happy customers, so...
Ooh, 9 million? Well, we're going to need a lot more cake.
Car Toys Birthday Bash is a great time to upgrade your ride. Pioneer Apple CarPlay is just $2.99 with free installation by Car Toys experts. Alpine speakers half price. Buy a Kenwood or Alpine subwoofer and get one free. Pioneer DVD Bluetooth receiver just $159.
Plus a free backup camera.
All marine products, all remote start, all dash cameras on sale.
My Danny's Car Toys stores can add the technology new cars have to your ride.
The prices are amazing.
Car Toys, a better way to go.
It's 105.3 The Fan, brought to you by Consolidated Communications, your Friday edition of the Top 7 at 7.
Consolidated Communications is connecting you better to great entertainment, fast internet, and all the things that make you happy, like streaming your favorite TV shows. Search online with no data cap. Call 844-YOUR-CCI or go to consolidated.com.
This is Rangers manager Chris Woodward, and you're listening to the home of the Rangers, 105.3 The Fan, KRLD FM, and HD1 Dallas-Fort Worth.
A radio.com sports station. Live from spring training in Surprise, Arizona, this is Sean and RJ on DFW Sports Station 105.3 The Fan.
Counting the hits from across the land. Top 7 at 7.
3 receivers to the right. Elliott to the left of Prescott, who's in the gun. And a play fake and a slant to the post to Whitton. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Big hugs for the GOAT.
The Cowboys broke the news yesterday. Oh, yeah, this is your home of America's team. Oh, yeah, the voice of America's team, Brad Sham, will be joining us at 9 o'clock this morning, followed by John Daniels as he fights with RJ about the new turf at the Rangers' brand new ballpark. This is the Top 7 at 7, your radio sports page with Sean and RJ, brought to you by Twin Peaks. Jason Witten is coming out of retirement, leaving the Monday Night Football booth. His deal is reportedly worth $3.5 million, with an opportunity to make another $1.5 million in incentives. Our very own Ben Rogers had the report last November, that Jason was thinking about coming back within the season, but obviously decided against it. He had 63 catches for 560 yards and 5 TDs 2 seasons ago.
Whether or not Jason Witten comes back and does tremendous work here, whether or not Jason Witten comes back and falls flat on his face, he did so because he loves the game of football and he loves this organization. It's not I don't know if it's some ego thing. He just doesn't want to walk away from the game. And I don't know what he's going to offer. I really don't. He'll offer leadership. We know that.
He's going to offer 5-yard catches and hopefully in clutch situations.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe he will. And maybe, I don't know if that's a good thing with the conservative quarterback.
And the offense that's supposed to be more creative.
Right. The offense is supposed to be, is this going to hinder the offense? It's going to make it take a step back. But we do know that you can count on Jason to be, a solid route runner, to have good hands, to catch balls. You can count on him for that. You can count on him for all of that. But whether or not he winds up, being able to manage and stay healthy through 16 games, that's something we don't know.
Joey Ikes, who follows the Cowboys on Twitter, wrote this. So a team that needed to get faster and more explosive on offense just got older and slower and paid a premium to do it. So much for moving forward and taking the next step. They're going backwards. These are the decisions that happen when your multi-billion-dollar franchise is a family business and operates like one. Every time this team has a chance to step forward, they step back into what is comfortable.
I think this is a good time for me to say that's my burner account. That's it. I could not have said it better. I mean, I honestly, I love Jason, but this organization has a problem with change. This organization has a problem with moving into the times. They are a once proud, great front office, and now they're a front office that is being lapped by kids. I mean, let's be real on this one. They're a company that refuses to adapt to the modern world.
The good news just are. The good news is I feel like we know what we're going to get with Jason. Solid. You're not stopping progress unless this changes your plan to draft a tight end, which it should not change that plan whatsoever. I also think this is a sign they're going for it. That to me means Earl Thomas. And this is a transition for Jason. He's not going back in any booths. Okay, that's not happening. He's going to coach. And it would not shock me within 5 years if Jason Witten is the new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Swing and a belt, deep right center field, way back, going, goodbye! It's another home run for Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper has finally landed with the Philadelphia Phillies. 13 years, no opt-out for $330 million. He's going to get $30 million in the first year, 26 over the next 9. Basically, he's going to make 25 a year, and that's not going to make him the highest paid annually, but he does get the 330, which is a record for he and his agent, Scott Boras. The 25 per year will be the 11th highest in Major League Baseball, and I know that you are stunned over it.
I am stunned over it because I didn't think for a second that he was actually going to sign that deal with Philadelphia unless they went so above and beyond money, like 10 for $400. But this 13 for $330, no opt-outs, no trade. I'm flabbergasted. Just flabbergasted by this. Bryce Harper could have gotten 4 years, reportedly, for $180 million. That's like 60% of the value in like 30% of the years.
I saw Twitter say Bryce just signed for $330 million or $200 for every time a Phillies fan will try to spit on him after a strikeout. He plays violently with a lot of hustle. That grit I can see being loved in Filthy, but he just appeared so Hollywood with the hair. It had to end on the West Coast.
Yeah. There's 3 different cities that are in the Northeast that have completely different ways on how they view their players. In Boston, they love you in the beginning, and then they hate you forever. In New York, they hate you in the beginning, and then they love you forever. And in Philadelphia, they hate you. Period. They will destroy this poor guy. And I don't want to say poor guy because he gets what he deserves because he went for the most years.
Here is the offseason for Filthy. Juan Segura, traded for him. Signed Andrew McCutchen, signed David Robertson, traded for JT, extended Aaron Nola, signed Bryce Harper. Are they the favorites in the East?
Probably.
No, that pitching
them in Atlanta. The pitcher says not very good, but them in Atlanta. Although their bullpen, when they got Robertson, I mean, he stabilized things a little bit.
It's a 3-horse race. Look, don't count the Nationals out. Right, they still have Max Scherzer, Steven Strasburg, and they signed the best pitcher in free agency this offseason in Patrick Corbin. They added a stud. They have Trey Turner still on that roster. They have Anthony Rendon. They have Juan Soto, the rookie sensation who's not even 20 years old yet, can't even buy a beer. They have Victor Robles, the star prospect that's going to take over in center field this season. Adam Eaton hasn't been healthy for them at all. It's going to be an incredible race between them, the Braves, and the Phillies. But signing Bryce Harper has got to put you as the favorite.
Real quick, John Heyman says the Nationals' original offer of 10 years, $300 million wasn't really that. It was worth a lot less. About $100 million was deferred. Some, not until Bryce was about 60. Heyman says not a serious offer, but a nice AARP payday. And oh, by the way, speaking of AARP and 60, Bobby Bonilla, one of the Killer Bees, will still be getting paid 4 years by the Mets after Bryce Harper's contract ends. 13 for $330. Stars, played from behind all night. We were following this out here in Surprise. They were down 2-0, and they were down 3-2 heading into the third, but they fight back to win in overtime over the Kings 4-3. The win keeps them a point above the Wild in Colorado for the 7th spot in the West. 2 points ahead of Arizona. Stars take on the Blues in St. Louis tomorrow night, but an awesome comeback W for your Stars. So yesterday when we got home, I turned on the TV, and they acted like Tom Brady had retired. The story was Kyler Murray's measurements.
Boy, how their show changed throughout the day as Jason Witten and Bryce Harper news comes down.
Yes. Kyler Murray has, on paper, answered all the questions. Yeah. And people think that questions about Kyler have already been answered on film. He measured in at 5'10". He weighed 207. So all of the size questions, his hands were above average. So he is good to go. And Josh Rosen, coincidentally, with a little social media controversy.
A gaffe, if you will. Man, not even his fault, according to him. He says his IG was hacked, Instagram. We call it the gram, the kids. So he says his gram was hacked. And they only took down all of his Cardinals pictures.
Yeah.
He got it back. But he didn't put the Cardinals pictures back up yet. Now, maybe that's a pain in the butt. I get it. It might be a pain in the butt to do that.
Do you believe it?
I do.
I don't.
I do. Why would he admit that it was hacked?
He admits that it's hacked after people are like, "Why did you go and delete the Cardinals off your Instagram?"
Well, because
he's not going to say because
I deleted them for now.
They disrespected me in public. I don't know. I have a hard time believing it. If someone would go in there and just delete the Cardinals pictures. Josh Rosen was at the UCLA USC game last night, but he says he was hacked on Instagram after the Cards GM said, yeah, he's our quarterback for now. By the way, first group of draft prospects will get on the field today for drills. Offensive linemen, running backs, special teamers, and kickers. Tight ends, quarterbacks, and wideouts will do the bench press and Wonderlic today and be on the field tomorrow. Robert Kraft pleaded not guilty to charges of solicitation of prostitution yesterday. He was charged after police say they have video evidence of him visiting the massage parlor in Florida and engaging in sex acts multiple times. So I keep saying to myself, why the heck is this guy acting innocent? Well, if you're setting up for a plea, because if you say guilty, then you're done. But obviously, Robert Kraft is guilty. They have him on video. We're waiting for the video to come out, but you got to say not guilty so you can reach some type of plea.
I can't wait for the NFL to rule on this. I read the other day that they may be giving him a harsher punishment than Jim Irsay, like super harsh. I cannot wait. Now, it's crazy to think that they're going to take away. I mean, they're going to take away draft picks for sure.
Ooh.
What level of draft picks, we don't know.
I don't know if I agree with that.
It doesn't have to be a first. It could be a third.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Take all their top 100 picks. That would be responsible.
Yeah. He was videotaped, more details, receiving the O and manual. As Choppy would say, officials say he gave her $100 bill and another bill before leaving, and leaving was to the AFC Championship game later on that day. Top 7 at 7, your radio sports page every single morning at this time. More NFL before we get to the Mavericks. Former Texans and Broncos wideout Demaryius Thomas was arrested on charges of vehicular assault after his car was involved in a single-car accident. He was allegedly driving 70 miles per hour in a 30, and one of his passengers was severely injured. Mavs will get back to action tomorrow night against the Grizzlies. They're coming off a W over the Pacers on Wednesday night. Luka's birthday celebration. They have moved up a spot in the West to the 12th seed, tied with the Heat for the 9th worst record in the NBA. Game tips at the AAC at 7:30 tomorrow. And you guys are going to be out and about partying up with the Tolos everywhere.
That's right, Sean. I'm going to be at Car Toys' 32nd birthday bash in Frisco tomorrow. They're celebrating 32 great years, an incredible chance to get tons of savings on the best aftermarket technology available, and in most cases, free installation going to be going on all weekend long. I'll be out there from noon to 2 tomorrow, 3184 Preston Road. And Chop, you got a great opportunity for the fans.
I do. Right now, everyone, 1053thefan.com/getaway, GETAWAY. 1053thefan.com/getaway. We will be drawing this next week. You have a very few chances left. Going to take you and a friend with me nonstop to Gaylord, Michigan. We're going to have a 4-day golf extravaganza. Airfare, hotel, car, golf is all free. Everything is free to enter. You do it. You enter online, 1053thefan.com/getaway. We're going to do this in June. It's going to be an amazing trip. And join me at the DFW Golf Show, Dallas Market Hall, from 11 to 1 on Sunday.
And a reminder, you can check out all of our contests at 1053thefan.com/contest. That is also where we are giving away free movie screenings to see Captain Marvel next weekend. That sign-up ends on Sunday. So go to 1053thefan.com/contests and get signed up for the Gaylord, Michigan trip. Get signed up for the Captain Marvel tickets and find out all of our other giveaways that are going on here at 1053 The Fan.
Why is Jason Witten doing this now, and did the Cowboys just meet with Earl Thomas? The one and only
Mike Fisher!
Next.
The one place to grab the fan wherever you go. Radio.com. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Always better buy at Fort Worth Nissan. This month only get $8,000 off MSRP on all remaining 2018 Rogues. $8,000 off MSRP. Always better buy. FortWorthNissan.com. See dealer for details. Quote mark this price. Stock number JW 489788.
RJ Choppy here for my good friends over at Zero S. Has your carpet clean, environmentally safe, and healthy for your home? RJ Choppy Fan Special is an amazing offer for you. 3 rooms pre-treated, cleaned, and sanitized for $99, plus 100 square feet of tile clean absolutely free. It's tremendous value. They're locally owned and operated. They're based right here in Dallas-Fort Worth. You want to support that local DFW-based business, and you could do so with the RJ Choppy Fan Special. Give them a call, 214-37-CLEAN. 214-37-CLEAN. 214-372-5326. Or ZeroResDallas.com. Spell backwards or forwards, it spells the same. It's Zero Res.
World welterweight champion Errol Spence Jr. looks to defend his title against 4-division world champion and current WBC lightweight champion Mikey Garcia at AT&T Stadium on March 16th. Be there for this highly anticipated blockbuster showdown between 2 of the world's best boxers. Don't miss your chance to see all the action at AT&T Stadium on March 16th. Get your tickets now before they sell out at SeatGeek.com, the official ticket provider of AT&T Stadium. Again, that's SeatGeek.com.
32 years ago, Dan Bretler opened the first car toy store, and today we've got a special guest.
Hi everybody. I'm Danny's mom. We're going to have the biggest birthday party ever.
During Car Toy's 32nd birthday bash, get amazing savings on the newest audio and safety technology for cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats.
Ooh, how many people do we expect?
Well, Car Toys has over 9 million happy customers, so...
Ooh, 9 million? Well, we're going to need a lot more cake.
Upgrade your ride with Apple CarPlay. Free installation on our best-selling Kenwood, Alpine, and Pioneer Apple CarPlay receivers during Car Toys Birthday Bash. Pioneer CD receiver, just $49. Alpine and JL speakers. Buy one, get one.
Half price.
Buy an ultimate detailing package and get a free classic detail. Save up to $300 on Clip and remote start systems. All amps, subs, and marine products are on sale.
My Danny's Car Toys stores can add the technology new cars have to your ride.
The prices are amazing.
A better way to go.
What's the difference between good and great? Good is getting the haircut you love. Great is getting it for $6.99. It's time for the $6.99 Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. And when you use online check-in to stop in for our best sale of the year, you'll not only save money, but time too. Download our online check-in app to snag a great haircut for just $6.99. The Great Haircut Sale at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
The $6.99 Great Haircut Sale runs March 1st through March 8th.
Listen to the Sean and RJ Show for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see the IBF welterweight champion of the universe, Errol Spence Jr., against the WBC lightweight champion, Mikey Garcia, at AT&T Stadium, March the 16th. For tickets, visit SeatGeek.com.
Where are you going with my sleeping bag?
I'm going to sleep under the stars tonight.
Man, it's winter, and we live in Chicago.
But it's a beautiful night.
Oh, gosh, this isn't going to end well. Kind of like when you thought we should get cable internet.
The pioneers slept outside year-round. So
Yeah, and most pioneers didn't live over 40.
oh, you don't know that.
I do. You want to know how?
No.
Sort of. I just looked it up on our AT&T internet.
Don't get mixed up with cable internet. Get AT&T internet rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable. Switch and get up to 100 megabits per second for $40 a month. Limited availability. May not be available in your area. Check eligibility at att.com/internet. AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing. New approved customers only. Includes internet plans 10 to 100 megabits. Early termination fee and other charges and restrictions apply. Speeds not guaranteed and may vary. Claim based on 2018 ACSI survey of customers rating their own internet provider's performance.
It's 105.3, the fan home of the Rangers and Cowboys, brought to you by DFW Airport Parking. Our Cowboys insider, Mike Fisher, coming up next. Any Cowboys news to talk about?
Tickets? Check. Hotel? Check. Beach towel? Check. Make sure $10 terminal parking at DFW Airport is also on your checklist for spring break. Just book on March 7th or 8th for travel through May 31st at dfwairport.com/park.
And we are back to Sean and RJ as the boys are wrapping up their final day in Surprise, Arizona for Ranger Spring Training. Segment brought to you by Autoplex Leasing and Mark Rubin from Rubin and Associates at 1-800-LAWYERS. If you're facing court closure or repossession, IRS credit card, or medical debt, you don't have to face a loan. One simple phone call to Mark Rubin will take the weight off your shoulders, have you back living life again. It's Mark Rubin. Rubin and Associates at 1-800-LAWYERS.
Ben Rogers, a former colleague of mine at 105.3 The Fan in Dallas, had speculated that there was going to be a decision about Whitton coming back a couple of months ago, and everyone laughed at him because it never came to fruition. Today, Ben Rogers vindicated.
Jane Slater, always looking out for us on the NFL Network. It's Sean and RJ live from Surprise, Arizona, brought to you by Twin Peaks on the home of the Rangers and America's team. We're going to give a Tolo test to one of the Rangers in the clubhouse. Also, John Daniels, part 2 of our sit-down interview at 9:20, and that will be right after Brad Sham, the voice of America's team, reacts to Jason Witten at 9. Let's bring in Mike Fisher on the buyersafety.com hotline. Mike, just take us through the day, starting with number 82, returning. Why now?
Well, I thought it was great of Jane Slater and NFL Network to acknowledge the work of Ben and 105.3 The Fan. Adam Schefter, by the way, also, did he have a big special yesterday on the same subject?
I have no idea. I'm kind of you've poisoned me in thinking about Schefter. I used to think Schefter was invincible. And now, the Bob Kraft thing, stealing Ben's news. I'm souring a little bit.
You're probably wrong.
Thanks, Kobe.
Yeah, the stealing Ben's news is is not very cool, but it is cool that Jason Garrett's coming back in terms of the iconic part of it and the legendary part of it.
You mean Whitton,
and the leadership part of it? But there are questions about the football part of it. I think there are questions. We don't have answers to them, but there are questions about, does he still have it? There's questions about, is he willing to play as a rotational guy? Or is he still going to be the guy who, again, legendarily, wouldn't let the other tight ends take snaps because he wanted all the snaps. And he wanted, not just in games, in practice. He wanted those reps. He needed those reps. Will he play, 25 snaps a game? Or will he, and therefore be part of the rotation, or will he be a progress blocker? Because the Cowboys, who were thinking of drafting a tight end, if the right guy was there, also have 2 guys that they have good opinions on, in Blake Jarwin, who was terrific at the end of the season, and in Dalton Schultz, who they just drafted in the 4th round. So not a lot of answers for what's going to happen on the field yet, but a lot of questions.
Yeah, and I guess the major question is, for me, it's not why now, but how much better does this make them? In my opinion, it does not make them worse. I'm happy that they're not stopping progress. We don't think of Blake Jarwin, who came on at the end of last season. Look, when it comes to Jason Witten, you're going to have to carry him off the field on a stretcher for me to believe he still can't get 50 catches in his sleep, even after a year off. But, how much better does this make them? And forget about the progress being stopped with tight ends, Mike. What about this offensive evolution we were hoping for with Kellen Moore running things?
Yeah, they're not going to get more electric and faster on offense with Jason Witten. it's going to be up to the coaching staff to tell him what his role is. It's not up to Jason to tell the coaching staff what his role is. And so I think Whitten as a rotational tight end, obviously the guy that
Mike. He's not going to be a rotational tight end over his dead body. You know that.
Okay. Well, then we have a problem, because I've got to play the best tight ends. I can't play the ones that have the best reputation.
And he's still probably the best tight end amongst these dudes. You disagree?
Yeah, that's an argument that can be settled at training camp. What Blake Jarwin did in one game was pretty special. It was one game or one game plus. And what they think of Dalton Schultz, they spent a 4th round pick on him. This goes back to the drafting this year, so they don't have a first. So people are thinking, well, they should still draft the tight end. Where? In the 4th round? Okay, you just did that. So now you have 2 Dalton Schultzes?
How about the second?
Maybe, but how about defensive end in the second? Because people think they're going to do that too. I just keep going back to just don't draft positions, draft players, and you don't end up with these problems. But Sean, if what you're saying is true, if Jason Whitten absolutely positively demands to be Jason Whitten from 2014 again, even though he isn't, then you've got a problem.
Well, what about, he's going to demand to be Jason Whitten from 2017. He's not all of a sudden he's going to come out here with even more to prove that he's not this old scrub who's being gifted a position. How much of this is about the next step being coaching?
Yeah, I do think that there's 3 aspects here. One, that he really missed it. 2, that the ESPN thing didn't work. He certainly pulled another rabbit out of his head with this one. And 3, that this is a security blanket for everybody and everything. This is a security blanket for even the Joneses, who would love to see Jason Whitten transition into coaching for them. Not for the Giants or not for University of Tennessee, but for them. It's a security blanket for the offense. This is a very known quantity. It's a security blanket for the head coach. I saw somebody say, well, this proves that it's, Super Bowl or bust for this team, for the franchise. No, not for the franchise, for Jason. The franchise isn't going to bust. If this doesn't work, they're not breaking up the franchise and moving it to Alaska. It's Super Bowl or whatever, high level of success for Jason Garrett or bust. And so Garrett makes all the sense in the world, surround himself with security blankets. And then, as you say, the coach for the future, maybe. The coach for the present, absolutely. This is Jason Witten's role. It might not be written down, but he will be an unofficial assistant tight ends coach. It's so obvious, I don't know why anybody's debating it. Doug Nussmeier, the incumbent tight ends coach, is taking on more responsibility in playbook design. Well, that leaves just a little more time for somebody else to help him coach tight ends. And remember, while there's restrictions on how much time coaches can spend with players, there's no restrictions on how much time Jason Whitten can spend with young tight ends, starting with, Sean, the captain's workouts, which are right around the corner. Coaches can't go to that, but Jason Whitten can. Jason Witten's not even a team captain, and he will lead the captain's workouts right around the corner.
Mike, does this organization have an issue with sentimentality? Are they too sentimental for their own good?
If this was a Jerry move alone, then we'd be able to accuse him that. But knowing that Stephen had to sign off on this too, Stephen is far less sentimental about these things. I do think the fan base thinks that way, and I do think the media does too, to the point where a lot of people are actually taking DeMarcus Ware seriously. When D. Ware jokingly says, hey, I'm thinking of coming back too, when, as we reported here, he had medical issues 2 years ago in his back where he had his medical people were telling him, you're done. Do not play anymore. It doesn't matter that you look good in the mirror, which he does, or that you can dominate in the weight room, which he does. You can't play anymore. So I think there's a lot of us that have that syndrome where we want to go home again. This is why this needs to be about Jason Whitten being able to actually play, not just being a big, handsome, square-jawed John Wayne statue standing out on the field.
Mike Fisher, Cowboys Insider, BuyerSafety.com hotline. Why did you allow Jason LaConfora to beat you to the story that the Cowboys had a meeting with Earl Thomas?
Well, yeah. They didn't
Shame
have a
on
meeting
you,
with Earl
Mike.
Thomas. What they did was they had a howdy session with Earl Thomas's agent. That's definitely true. And then the Cowboys told me that it was a fact-finding mission. There's a lot of gray area here. I don't think. By the way, thanks for the jab. I'm laughing. Don't think I'm laughing inside.
Yeah, I can hear it.
You can't negotiate with the free agent now, but apparently you can go have coffee with his agent. Now, the thing about Earl's agent, who's Austin-based, he's also got quite a stable of other studs. A lot of them with Texas ties and whatnot. Clinton Dix is a free agent. Now, the Cowboys aren't in love with him, but Landon Collins is a free agent of the Giants. And the Cowboys and everybody else think he's fantastic. They are also represented by Earl Thomas's agent. So there was a lot of reason to visit with him, do a fact-finding mission, kind of get comfortable, just introduce each other to the idea of where we want to go here. And that absolutely did happen yesterday. When Cowboys people were talking about the nature of that meeting, they kind of hinted that, and we're doing a lot of that today, that is yesterday, which suggests to me that they probably already also met with Byron Jones's agent, which of course there's no gray area on. And I bet you they also met with Tank Lawrence's agent yesterday. No gray area there.
Man, I've gotten to the point now where I'm so excited. I'm so expecting Earl Thomas to be here. I'm thinking I might be crushed if someone else outbids us or the Cowboys don't go up to that number. Like, I'm just viewing it as inevitable now, Mike. Help talk me down so I'm not drinking my sorrows away.
Well, this is an old thing we used to do with Mavericks in free agency, and we would point out, here's what they could do if they move this piece and do that, they could go get whoever. However, whatever big a name you wanted. And then people kind of misunderstood that to say that we were promising that the Mavericks were going to get LeBron James. And my retort to the critics is, you're a big boy, Sean Sharif. Your heart can take it. You can take the excitement of maybe having a chance to get somebody, and then if it doesn't work out. So would you rather know and be informed about the process and the possibilities, and then be able to see what the good thing around the corner that's coming, or you want to protect your heart? And I like the idea of saying, let's lay out all the cards that we can. Let's research all we can. Let's talk all we can, and go ahead and get your excitement up. And then if it doesn't happen, fine, we'll move on and try to get excited about the next thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I that's too heady. I'd like to be more hearty with emotion,
So in your heart, your heart has reason to be excited about Earl Thomas because the two parties' feelings are obviously mutual about each other. What is the financial breaking point? Again, nobody knows.
Yeah.
To me, $10 million a year makes a great deal of sense. I don't want to do it for 5 years. I want escape hatches, and I might be so creative. I might borrow from the Kirk Cousins contract, the fully guaranteed contract for the quarterback in Minnesota, and tell Earl Thomas, listen, we're not going to pay you $13 million. That's, Eric Berry makes that. He's younger than you. We're not doing that. But here's $10 million plus $10 million fully guaranteed for 2 years. Come to Dallas, become a legend, close it out here, and fully guaranteed against injury. And I don't think that's an unfair offer, and I think it's a creative offer.
Why did you text us about Hawaii? You're taking us there? You're flying us out there?
I'll go. Somebody better alert True Tim Collins and Mr. Spittle, because the rumor out of L.A. is that the Rams are playing in the Aloha Bowl, the preseason game, and that they want the Cowboys to join them.
So you're going to Hawaii without us?
I'm not do a show. I'm going without Choppy. No, I don't know. I think I don't know what obviously Mr. Spittle and Mr. Collins do a lot of pre-planning and get all their ducks in a row. I'm just throwing this other duck out there. There's a possibility we may have to take a big gigantic left turn and head to the Big Island or one of the islands. I don't know where we're heading. So a possibility of Cowboys at Rams. The relationship obviously between Mr. Jones and Mr. Conkey. So if the Rams want to get something done and they want the Cowboys to partner with them, that kind of thing will get done. So very distinct possibility. Cowboys at Rams, Aloha.
Well, the last time, if I recall, what I would do if I was Mr. Spittle or Mr. Collins is recall the last time you were sent somewhere very nice, outside of the norm to cover the team, and you decided to skip out on the coverage, and Jimmy Johnson, wasn't it Jimmy Johnson who called you on it?
Yeah, that was 1990.
Well, it still happened.
Yeah,
dogs don't change their old dog new tricks.
30 years. I missed the practice, and Jimmy Johnson got involved in a practical joke that absolutely roasted me. Mr. Spittle, Mr. Collins, that will not happen again.
Now they're Mr. all of a sudden.
That's right. It won't happen again because Jimmy's not here.
Yeah, not Tweedledee and Tweedledum as he normally says. Now they're Mr. Mikey, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, boys. So long.
Mike Fisher, firesafety.com hotline. I mean, if you can't picture him dressing like Lou Piniella with the lei, with the lei, who else can you picture?
No, it's Mike. It's Mike or Dale Hansen. Those are one of the two.
Oh,
yeah. Roy, do you know where this music is from?
Dale, wake up to go on that trip. Hawaii 5. Hey! When we come back.
He gave the Shooter McGavin to the fan.
Turn on the fan cam. 1052thefan.com/fan cam. Are you a bigger Tolo than this Texas Ranger? We're going to give him the test out here in Surprise. And the final chance for you to win tickets to Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia. Come on, turn it on, leave it on, get hooked up. We want to give you the tickets next.
Coming up in the next G-Bag Nation, it's a Friday. So much news out of the Combine this week in Witten's return. We'll talk about it with Brian Broaddus at 1 p.m. The Nation 10 to 3 on the Fan.
Brown Foundation Repair is so confident in their work, they'll give you one of the best warranties in the industry. Search Brown Foundation Repair reviews and see what their many satisfied customers have to say about their quality work. Brown Foundation Repair, 972-271-2621. BrownFoundationRepair.com.
Finally Friday with the Fish. I'm Mike Fisher. This is Christy Cannon of the Cannon Team, the finest in North Texas real estate. There goes that boom. Big weekend in real estate. I can just push a button and get information. I could also sit down when I move into a place and start calling all the services. And I might get it done in a few days. Or I can push Christy another button, right?
Absolutely, because nowadays we want to be smart. And with the technology out there, that allows everyone out there to be smart, save time, save money, be way more efficient. So that's why we've partnered with Moveplicity, Moveplicity, PLICITY.com. And we have all of the amazing vendors in the Metroplex, part of this platform to help serve you with a push of a button. So moving, even if you're just changing service providers, this is so easy to use.
Chrissy, how do we get a hold of you?
Call us, text us, look us up, 469-951-9588, or go to CannonTeamHomes.com.
Let's talk about the weekend with my main man, David Blassingame, hooking up the fans with your next ride at Autoflex.com. We'll give you the phone number in a second. But, Dave, what do you have going on for the Tolos this weekend?
Saturday morning test drive right here on 105.3 The Fan at 9 a.m. We're going to have a Consumer Reports reliability. We're going to have a lot of stuff on some of the 19s and some of the 20s now that are coming out. We're going to talk about safety equipment, some of the newer safety equipment that's coming out, standard on vehicles right now. Just a lot of good stuff on cars and a little fun stuff. New laws that are trying to be passed that will affect the way you drive, maybe with your dog in the car. That's a little weird. But anyway, we're going to have all that right here on 105.3 The Fan tomorrow morning right here at 9 a.m. Saturday morning test drive. In the meantime, those Save Money Monday cars, they'll be up this evening on Autoflex.com. If you're looking to get a new car, truck, van, SUV, maybe a CUV, it's a great way to get a great vehicle and save money. These are Save Money Monday cars. They're right there at Autoflex.com. You can go online, look them up, pick one out, tell us what you want. We'll even bring it to you, deliver it to your home or office. It's easy to do. So tune in tomorrow morning right here at 9 on The Fan and get a new car from us. Save Money Monday cars. Autoflex.com.
You can also call them right now with any local area code, anyone, then 234-1234. Tell them you're a Tolo and watch the VIP experience. Dave, why else should the fans call you?
Because we are the good guys.
Hey, it's KT, and let's talk about Hulu. Do you guys see this story? Hulu really paid Damian Lillard to get a tattoo that says Hulu Live Sports. Why keep paying so much for cable when you can watch your games on Hulu? You can watch your favorite teams play live all season long. I'm ditching cable. Heck, everybody's ditching cable. Why keep paying so much for cable when you can watch the games on Hulu for just $45 a month? When my show ends at 7 p.m., I go home and watch all the biggest games on Hulu. Don't waste money on cable. Get Hulu.
It's time. Time to join the millions of people that meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Zoom gives you flawless video, crystal clear audio, and instant sharing across any mobile, tablet, or desktop device. But the best thing about Zoom? It just works. So ditch the distractions, join the movement, and meet happy with Zoom video conferencing. Visit zoom.us to set up your free account today. That's zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
With the Quicksilver card from Capital One, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase. Unlimited? Unlimited? Unlimited! Unlimited! Any way you say it, earning unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase just sounds good. Capital One. What's in your wallet? What's in your wallet? What's in your wallet?
Capital One Bank USA, N.A.
Melissa Etheridge is coming to the Pavilion at Toyota Music Factory on April 24th, and you can win tickets right here. Register at 1053thefan.com for your shot to win and see her alongside Liz Fair. Ticket details at livenation.com.
LinkedIn knows there are a million reasons you might need to make a new hire for your small business.
Everyone, as you know, it's Jason's last day. So, Jason, what's next for you? Not starting a rival accounting firm, I hope.
No.
Whatever the reason, the result is the same. You need to hire someone, the right someone. LinkedIn Jobs makes it easy. With access to qualified people who aren't on any job boards, but are looking to grow their careers, you can find and hire great people you can't find anywhere else. 90% of people on LinkedIn are open to the right opportunity, like yours. In fact, a hire is made on LinkedIn every 8 seconds.
Visit linkedin.com/Dallas and get $50 off your first job post.
After much self-reflection, prayer, and faith, today I've decided that his time has come for me to pass the torch to the next generation of Dallas Cowboys and retire from the National Football League.
Hold up. 82 is back.
The Cowboys have agreed to terms with Jason Witten on a contract that'll bring the tight end back to the Cowboys for the 2019 NFL season.
When Cowboys news happens, you'll hear it here first. This is the home of the Dallas Cowboys. 105.3, The Fan.
This segment of Sean and RJ brought to you by the new Mesquite, Mitsubishi, Outlanders, Mirages, and more are all available at the new Mesquite Mitsubishi, 635 in Oaks, or go online at mymitsu.com.
It's one of the best giveaways that our team has hooked you up with. Props to the promo and ticketing department. Errol Spence Jr., Mikey Garcia tickets for the big fight in Arlington. We're going to hook you up with them for turning it on, leaving it on. That's what Tolo stands for. Final tickets today in this segment with Sean and RJ live from Surprise, Arizona. We're going to get to the Tolo test with a member of the Rangers who loves this station. It's all brought to you by Twin Peaks. First, Roy has seen a new Randy Gregory story.
Yeah, apparently Randy Gregory's week is not getting any better after potentially facing a suspension from the NFL. Gregory is also facing eviction from his Frisco home after allegedly failing to pay almost $15,000 in rent and utilities. The three-bedroom home Gregory moved into in August of 2018 sent a letter to NFL players and his attorney on February 5th that he had fallen behind on payments totaling close to $15,000. The letter obtained by TMZ Sports demands Gregory either pay the money he owes or vacate the premises within 1 day. He still has not forked over the cash, and he's still living in the home. 3,500 square feet, 3.5 bathrooms with a bar, game room, and a nice outdoor barbecue area.
What's on, Chop? You got a headache?
Yeah, I'm so glad we're hitching our wagon to his star.
Oh, literally.
Yeah. I mean,
look, we're the cold, heartless.
We are the cold, heartless ones. I go figure. Okay, but while everyone looks at this, say, what's that have to do with football? We look at it like, well, it's just another thing the guy can't be counted on to do.
Yeah.
He can't be counted on to stay,
pay his rent,
stay low instead of staying high. Can't be counted on to stay sober. He can't be counted on to pay his rent. Can't be counted on to do anything. I'm sorry, like everyone's Roy's gonna look. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. That's a lot to do with football.
Well,
the guy's he is unaccountable to everything in life.
He might be. He'll still have more of an impact in 2019 than Jason Witten will.
Of course he will. Of course he will, because Jason Witten was going to have no impact.
No, that's not true. I love that question.
Yeah,
I love that question.
He's still going to have more of an impact because
if he could play one game and have more impact than Jason.
Jason Witten's going to have 45 catches.
Ooh. Right, he will. He will for 90 yards.
Now, you weren't having your coffee has just kicked in because you weren't giving me these negative Witten opinions an hour ago.
No, I think I was. I mean,
no, you're like, I was like, it's not going to hurt you.
I'm not. It's not going to hurt you. I'm nonplussed by it.
And now you're throwing out insults.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to compare this to Randy Gregory. Like, of course, Randy Gregory.
How do we know how many games Randy Gregory's going to play?
No, I don't think he's going to. I don't think he can play none. He'll have, he can play one game and he'll have more impact than Jason. But I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
Let me ask you, Roy, real quick before Jose Trevino joins us and we give him the Tolo test from the Ranger Clubhouse. What are the differences between Randy Gregory and David Irving?
I think Randy Gregory not only has he shown a commitment to the team,
he has
in that whenever he's taken away from the team, that's when everything goes to hell, right? David Irving took himself away from the team.
Randy's taking himself away too by failing tests.
I don't disagree with the failed test aspect and that his own decision making has taken him away indirectly. But if it was Randy's choice and if marijuana were legal, he'd be at the facility every day committed to this team.
Yeah,
we've seen that both from a physical standpoint and we've seen that from what he's able to do in the offseason. The problem is they're not allowed to be at the facility that much in the offseason.
I think Randy, I think David is lazier than Randy, and the biggest difference is that Randy makes the effort to drive to the facility. Otherwise, that's kind of it. David Irving, and I
don't think David Irving has any. At least I haven't heard him claim mental health.
There's been
issues of any kind. Now, he said he's had personal issues involving his daughter, involving, his significant other, and those issues, don't want to make light of those in any way. But Randy, to me, he's dealing with it's a scientific thing. It's like a chemical imbalance thing versus David Irving's just honestly a pill.
Jose Trevino has shown up to our fan events. We saw him walking in the Ranger Clubhouse the other day, and all of us decided to see how much he knew about the radio station. Rangers catcher, is he a bigger Tolo than you? Jose Trevino with Sean and RJ.
We're talking to a Tolo fan, one of our buddies, Rangers, Jose Trevino, right here on 105.3 The Fan. You want to start off with the first question?
Yeah. What were you just doing there?
I'm not going to say.
I'll say it. You're powdering up your junk. Okay. Now
it gets hot out here. Man.
It does. Are you a Gold Bond guy or a Johnson & Johnson's guy?
Depending on the day.
Okay.
Now, which one's the one Johnson's pretty good.
Which one's the one that burns?
That would be Amens or Gold Bond.
Green bottle. Yeah.
Now the other question is: are you the type that just kind of loosens?
Why don't you talk a little louder?
Are you the type that loosens your waistline and just kind of pours it down there, or do you pour some into your hand and then
waistline out and just pour it in there?
Really? Now, have you ever had a yeast infection?
No.
Really? No. Okay, so I had one. I'm serious, man. Now, hang on.
Did you shake his hand?
I'd sanitize before.
It was a while back. Look, that guy, he's looking at me over here. He had one too. You've had one, So
Brett Martin admitting.
So
on the home of the Rangers,
dude, it's awful. I sat down one day and I was like, God, what is that funky smell? And it was just coming up 3 feet from my junk, and it was I had to go to the doctor, get a cream. No, nothing.
You're done.
Yeah, what's the end of the story? All right, you gotta be working hard to get one of those.
All right, Jose, what time are you usually able to listen to the station? What show is in your schedule?
It's your show because I travel in the mornings, and then Usually, if I'm gonna go like give lessons or something, it's been in skin.
Right, so give us the scouting report on what you hear from our show with the interaction, the lack of knowledge.
I think it's great. I think it's great. I think we need more Cowboy fans. Definitely.
What do you need?
Take out the hate of the Cowboys.
What do you mean more Cowboy fans?
Y'all are Cowboy fans.
Yeah, we are. Who do we root for?
No, y'all root for the Cowboys. But let's be a little bit more positive because this year's our year.
Oh, you want us to be more positive?
I need more.
Well, he's in love with Dak.
Me too. Yeah.
I mean, how many more Dak songs do I have to make?
No, dude, those are actually pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, those are hilarious.
Do you want to pay Dak a max contract?
I'll do it.
You're dumb.
See, look, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I'm objective. He's had a chance. He's not accurate on the field.
Ooh, shots fired.
We need to save that. Save that in a year or two. We'll come back and we'll play. Very good.
So you're a diehard Cowboy fan?
I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. Like it's gonna be a bad scene when I'm playing for the Rangers and I have to report to spring training and they're playing for the Super Bowl and I'm be like, hey guys, we gotta wait a week because I'm gonna be going to the Super Bowl.
Do you know Mike Adams?
I do. He's from around where I'm from.
Are you as big a fan as Mike Adams is?
I'm up there with him. Like he's playing the big leagues. He's playing the big leagues a while, so I gotta wait.
Yeah.
To get up to his level. But yeah, definitely. I talked to Mike.
Earl Thomas or no Earl Thomas?
Earl Thomas, 100%.
All right. Now we're on the same page. Now we're talking.
So you like old guys that are going to be overpaid?
I like old guys that are going to teach young guys how to play.
Oh, okay. All right.
Who's that guy in the Ranger clubhouse?
Hunter Pence. Does he really eat pizza with a fork?
Dude, the guy does a lot of stuff. But I tell you, he's the man.
Jose Trevino right here on 105.3 The Fan. Do you think we're too hard on Roy?
No, keep it going.
Your reaction to that?
Man, I get as much as I give. I'd like to think, but I get a lot. Either way, man, appreciate you listening. That's all I really care about.
Okay, what's your take on Ben and Skin, the scouting report of that show?
Man, you know what? Skin needs a little work.
He talks too much basketball.
He does. Let's go. We need some more baseball. But I tell you what, I went to that Spurs and Mavericks game where we came back. We're down 19. I say we as I'm a Spurs fan.
Okay. We'll talk to you later.
We were down by 19, and I just so happened to come back and beat y'all.
Now, do you play for them too?
Almost. I tried a couple times, but I'll be the ball boy. So I was on the court, and I just see Skin, grin on his face, walking toward me, and I was like, "How mad are you that we just beat you?" He's like, "I wanted to beat y'all so bad that way I could tell you something." And I was like, "Well, here I am."
Well, are you going to keep talking all this crap for the next, 10, 15 years now that we have the young duo of the Unicorn and Luka Doncic, and you guys are aging with Popovich getting ready to walk out the door? What do you have to say about the next decade, Jose?
You still need 4 championships.
So go ahead. All right, so we're going there.
Living in the past.
What are we supposed to do as Cowboy fans? People tell us, how it's exactly what we do, so y'all can't tell me nothing. We're all on the same page here. Okay.
All right. What does TOLO stand for?
Turn it on, leave it on?
Yeah, say it with some powder balls, man. Jose Trevino, so calculating. Oh, you guys aren't Cowboy fans because you're not blind homers. Skin's a punk because he likes the Mavs over the Spurs. So Jose's very calculated. What a cool dude, though. And Chop, I didn't realize how much he was coaching baseball. Troy, you need to hear this.
Yeah, I've already got lessons signed up playing with this guy.
How many? You got lessons everywhere. You got Bassett
everywhere.
His father
can't have too many eyes.
Jose
can't have too many eyes on you, right? So, he coaches youth baseball throughout the DFW Metro. I don't want to give the name of the team away because they're a rival of my kid's team. But he coaches youth baseball throughout the DFW Metroplex. Great dude. Awesome cat. I mean, he is going to be, and he's hardcore with it too.
He's real hardcore.
Yeah, like he's putting 9-year-olds in their place, man. I like it.
He's putting parents in their place.
That's the key.
Oh, that's better. That's even better.
Because the 9-year-olds, they'll do whatever you tell them to do. And they'll do whatever they think their parents want them to do.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. He's even limiting the drinks. Like he tells the parent, don't run over here with that Powerade. Don't with that Gatorade.
Yeah, you're supposed to bring your drinks into the dugout. Like, okay, that's what you do. You bring the drinks in. Now we do this, and we'll have our parents go get everything, but he's putting the kibosh on that.
When we come back, did you know that we recorded you, Tolo, when the Jason Witten news broke? How did you react? We have the recording of it. Who's going to replace Whitton in the Monday night booth? All of that. And did you leave a voicemail for Ben Rogers? We broke into Ben's phone after we hooked you up with the giveaway that everybody wants.
I mean, does everybody want this? I would think so, since I don't know. It's a gigantic championship fight. Errol Spence Jr., Mikey Garcia, AT&T Stadium this month. Yeah, we're already in the month of March. If you want to go to this, you got to call right now. It's your last chance to win tickets on 105.3 The Fan. 877-881-1053. I'm looking for caller number 10, please.
The boys love to travel, so take Sean and RJ with you wherever you go. It's now easier than ever to listen where you are at radio.com. Radio.com.
This CBS Sports Minute brought to you by the snoring experts at simplesleepservices.com. Get the right diagnosis, the right solution, the right treatment to help you wake up to better sleep.
This is Brandon Tierney with a CBS Sports Minute sponsored by Blue Emu. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink. I'll tell you what doesn't stink if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. One of your favorites, Jason Witten, electing to bounce from the booth and return back to the field despite turning age 37 coming up in May. Can he still play? Well, I wouldn't measure his success in terms of totality of numbers, but little spurts and spots to help him with leadership. But here's the real issue. What does ESPN do now in the booth? Maybe Kurt Warner, maybe go with a boogmobile full time. Bottom line was this. I didn't think that Jason Witten was a star in the making, but I also didn't think he was terrible. But I also didn't think that ESPN really put him in a good spot because the mechanics of TV are tricky, and to have him navigate that with the bookmobile out 50 yards away, trying to carve out some space to get his thoughts in as well, it was a disservice to allowing the booth to breathe. I think eventually Whitten could be good in the booth, but not until he scratches that final itch playing football. I'm Pete Tate.
CBS Sports Radio.
Hi, I'm Mike Ditka. Some days, even our mic feels a little rusty, so I turn to Blue Emu. Blue Emu's non-greasy, deep-penetrating formula gets down deep for big-time comfort. And more importantly, it doesn't leave me smelling like a locker room. Blue Emu works fast and won't stink.
Hey, it's Mom. Somebody forgot to thaw the chicken, so meet us at Chili's for 3 for $10. Oh, and congratulate your sister on her report card. It's not great, but this time she didn't try to hide it from us. Oh, and remember, tonight's your dad's goatee intervention. Love you. See you at Chili's.
Come in now for Chili's 3 for $10. Starter, entree, and drink for just $10. With entrees like hand-battered chicken crispers, and for a limited time, our mouth-watering sirloin steak topped with garlic butter. Together, we Chili's. Available at participating locations only.
At Farmers Insurance, we know every windshield collision has a unique sound. Beetle. Bird poop. Drone. Seen it, covered it. Talk to Farmers.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
RJ Choppy here for the Gaylord Golf Mecca. This June, I am going to be taking a trip up to Gaylord, Michigan with you. That's right. If you go to 105throughthefan.com/getaway, you got until Monday to sign up for this. You can join me on an all expenses paid hotel, airfare, rental car, golf. We're going to take care of you, and we're going to bring you and a friend up to Gaylord, Michigan. You got to go to 105throughthefan.com/getaway to sign up. It's the best golf trip I've ever been on. I go there every year. I went there last summer. It was amazing, as always. When it's 110 degrees down here, it's 72 in Gaylord, Michigan, and it's the best golf you're ever going to play. And if you're not into golf, you just want to hunt and fish, well, they got that too. Some of the best lakes you'll ever be on. Natural freshwater lakes, just tremendous. But GaylordGolfMecca.com gets you all the information you need on what's going on up there. It's a tremendous time. 105thefan.com/getaway, where you can sign up to be a part of this awesome trip. Also, see me at the DFW Golf Show at Dallas Market Hall Sunday from 11 to 1. That's Sunday from 11 to 1, Dallas Market Hall with the DFW Golf Show.
Did you know that every diamond at Diamonds Direct is over 1 billion years old? They were created by intense pressure and heat over 100 miles inside the Earth, only coming to the surface by way of a volcano. Then each one meticulously extracted by miners, then cut and polished by true craftsmen. See why we get excited about diamonds at Diamonds Direct? These are rare and precious stones, symbolizing love for generations. If you're getting engaged, come let our passion be your guide. At Diamonds Direct, we'll tell you everything there is to know about diamonds. We'll show you dozens and dozens in your price range. We'll share industry secrets that can help you maximize your budget, and we'll guarantee you the best price anywhere in America. See, we're obsessed with diamonds. We're fascinated by them because, like snowflakes, no two diamonds are the same. Each one has its own unique characteristics, and we're devoted to helping you choose the one, the special one, that speaks only to you. Diamonds Direct, Preston Road at Sherry Lane. Official jeweler of the Dallas Cowboys.
Rick Bowden here with UA Local 100 Dallas. Are you a plumbing or mechanical contractor frustrated with finding qualified craftsmen? Are temp agencies just not delivering what they say they can? Call us here at UA Local 100. We have the qualified people that you need no matter what piping industry you operate in. Forget what you have heard about labor unions and come see for yourself what we're really all about. Call us now at 214-909-9185 or at ualocaldfw.com. Gavin Dawson with a message from our friends at D&M Leasing. With car prices on the rise, getting a new car can be overwhelming. D&M Leasing already saves their clients up to 50% per month with the Easy Lease. Now they can help you save even more when you lease a pre-owned car from D&M Leasing. No down payment and zero payments for 60 days. Call D&M Leasing today at any local area code in 35 Lease. That's 35LEASE, or visit dmautololeasing.com to see their inventory. If you're financing your car for more than 48 months, you're doing it wrong.
Leasing easy at D&M.
This is the exclusive home of Dallas Cowboys football. KRLD FM and HD1, Dallas, Fort Worth. Let's go, Cowboys.
A radio.com sports station. Live from spring training in Surprise, Arizona, this is Sean and RJ on your home of the Texas Rangers, 105.3 The Fan.
He has to understand you can live for another day, Joe. You're not going to get them all. Hitting the wrist, it doesn't matter. He pulls another rabbit out of his head. San Francisco cannot kick themselves in the foot on winning the 2019 Pro Bowl. Let me present you guys with this trophy here. Oh. There you go. Oh. Here down below. You got it? There you go. You guys got it? There we go.
That's circus music. Jason Whitten yesterday leaving the Monday Night Football broadcast booth to return to the home of America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. It's Sean and RJ in Surprise, Arizona, brought to you by Twin Peaks. The Ringer came out with a really good piece yesterday, and they went inside Jason's last season broadcasting. Last year, Whitten asked that the Monday night crew sip some tequila on the bus back from the stadium. He wanted to recreate the sensation of living in the moment. He had a few things he wished he could do over about his first season broadcasting. He wished he'd made a better first impression. He wished he'd been bigger early on so he could match the energy of Joe Tessitore. Monday Night Football. He thought his best games last year were the Chiefs-Rams Classic, ESPN's playoff game, and the college football broadcast.
So just the three most important games of their schedule,
where he didn't have to worry about the mechanics and he just talked. But once Twitter is in your head, it's hard to get out. After a game, he didn't even need to look at it. He could tell if he screwed up just by glancing at his phone. When Whitten had a bad game, his text said something like, "Hang in there." After calling the Pro Bowl, he had the Patrick Mahomes and Jamal Adams incident. The trophy broke when he picked it up. Whitten thought that's going to be on Twitter too. It was. All of a sudden, Romo, when he was the quarterback and the player who had the fatal flaws on TV, they effectively switched places. Romo was perfect and Whitten was flawed. That had to be really weird. Jason could feel Tony's shadow, not in an aggressive or jealous way. He certainly loves Tony, but for the people who called football games on TV, Romo is a category killer. Whitten thought he could have predicted plays too, but then he'd seem like a copycat. He did everything he could because he considers himself the most coachable guy in the universe. He was going to watch other announcers this offseason with the sound down. He would announce a play, then turn the sound up and compare his call with the announcers. He was going to spend the offseason watching all his Monday night games. He would visit Kirk Herbstreit. He would visit Jeff Van Gundy to talk about a three-man booth. He'd go to Northern California to visit John Madden. They may even watch tape together. He wanted to analyze the Monday night schedule in the future to figure out how to get the up-and-coming teams on there. He didn't think ESPN could take the chance that luck would repeat itself in 2019 with the better games that they had. More than anything, he wanted to get better, but Jason Witten walking away from the broadcast booth, and we have Vegas odds on the favorites to replace him. The favorite. Do you know who this is already?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
We all know who this is.
The favorite to replace Jason Witten as of right now is Peyton Manning at 2-1. Louis Riddick 9-4. Greg Olson, who already said he has broadcasting offers, but he wants to keep playing, 7-2. Kurt Warner 6-1. Matt Hasselbeck 9-1. Randy Moss 14-1. Boomer Esiason, focusing on Hofstra lacrosse, 18-1. Steve Young 18-1. Tim Tebow 33-1. John Madden 100-1. Who do you want it to be? Who do you think it'll be?
I don't think it'll be Peyton. I don't think he wants to be bothered. I mean, they're going to pay him $10 million. He might do it.
Now, in watching, you, of course, watched all of his detail stuff, his Kobe Bryant type film breakdown. How did that affect your thinking on the job? Because in watching it with you, he was a little bit slow and
well, he's like very technical about it, right? He's not like a kid, kind of like Romo sounds like a kid watching a game. You know, Peyton takes it like this is the end of the world. He could do the job. His voice is not a great booming voice. I don't know how it would sound. I don't think he wants to be bothered. If you pay him he's going to charge you $10 million to do it. He's going to want to be the highest paid guy. So I don't know that they're going to go there. Who I want? I would not be surprised. I would love two guys. Roy brought up one, and I thought of the other. Dan Orlovsky has one.
That'll never happen.
No, although unless they want to go cheap, they'll do it for $500,000. The other guy, I think we'd all be in agreement in this one. My spirit animal. My favorite, my man crush.
Peyton Manning.
No. The guy you insulted. Pat McAfee.
Oh, gosh. That'll never happen either.
He's the best. He would be the best at it by far. He would bring so much energy, so much intrigue, so many stories about punting and downing it inside the 5.
Juice, as they call it. He brings some juice to the broadcast, and that's what they need. That's what they need.
They do need it.
Like, a lot of people said for much of it, Boog was at times interesting because he seemed to be the only one that got really excited. When Jason got excited, he couldn't keep his tongue together. He couldn't keep his words together.
I think Kurt Warner would be my favorite.
Boring.
Kirk Herbstreit, solid.
Kirk would be great.
I want Peyton to get it because of the intrigue. The question.
The intrigue is there. There's no doubt about that.
Kurt would be the best, most solid, but not intriguing.
The problem with Kurt is two things. One,
Louis Riddick is solid.
Nobody knows who he is. Nobody knows who he is.
Yeah.
You can't give him that job.
Yeah.
It's the same problem Dan Orlovsky's going to have.
And Orlovsky has not called games like Kurt.
No, he hasn't.
Westwood one right here on the fan.
So you got Kirk, you got Peyton, you got Kurt. I mean, we're running out of options here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're running out of guys to have.
We mic'd you up. You guys didn't know it. We spied on you like Facebook and Zuckerberg. And we have your reaction to the news breaking that Jason Witten was returning to the Cowboys, the Cowboy comedian Scooter Magruder, with your reaction to it yesterday.
I'm so bored. What do people do in the offseason? Wait, is this real? Jason Witten's on retirement? Witten is coming back. Let's go!
Gold Jacket Witt is coming back.
Is this real? This is April Fool's? I don't have to listen to many more Monday Night Football. Mom, Witten's back. All we got to do now is get Earl Thomas. Witten was waiting for Linehan to leave. Me too, Witten.
I thought our young tight ends were doing good.
Isn't this going to stunt their growth? He's already agreed to take less snaps. You know Romo's coming back too. Now we don't have to draft the tight end. His presence alone will win us 2 or 3 more games. I don't know why I'm so emotional. $5 million for 1 year? That's not bad. If you win the Super Bowl, I'd be so happy. I'll play for $30,000 a year. See what DeMarcus Ware said? Sure, let's get DeMarcus back. DeMarcus Ware and DeMarcus Lawrence. Might as well bring back Darren Woodson too.
What is Marion Barber doing?
It was a gap year to get his body right.
I'm just glad he's not announcing it anymore.
We are winning the a Super Bowl, baby. How about them Cowboys? Gold jacket win.
Gold jacket Witt. The over-unders for Whitton, over-under touchdowns in the regular season. Where do you think they set it? Then we'll have you guys pick on the Autoflex Ceasing Fan Text.
Over-under touchdowns 3.5.
It is dead on, 3.5. He's averaged 4.5 per year in his 15 seasons. He had 5 in 2017. Over under 3.5 touchdowns for Jason Witten.
I'll take the over. Dak is still looking for a safety valve in the red zone, and without Cole Beasley, Witten's going to be the target in the middle, and that's where Dak likes to go when you're down in the red zone. So I'll take the over on 3.5.
I'd probably lean, assuming he plays 16, I'd probably lean over too.
I'd put it right at 4, so I'd barely take the over. He has averaged 830 receiving yards in his career. In 2017, he had 560. Over under 575.
Under.
Why?
I mean, how many yards could you get at 5 a clip? I mean, he's got to catch 10 passes a game, to reach that throughout the season. I just don't know that he's going to be able to do
I would go under as well. Jason Witten to play in all 16 games. What's the favorite? Yes or no?
All 16?
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh, I think the favorite's no.
It's slightly no, and I would slightly lean towards that. He missed 1 game in his rookie season, never missed another NFL game.
He doesn't miss. He played with a ruptured spleen or whatever.
Yeah.
He doesn't miss games.
All right, Troy, what happened? Did we know that Josh Rosen apparently got hacked? Ben Rogers' voicemail get hacked, or what happened, as Ben was the only one to say that Whitten was close to coming back last year, and he was proven right yesterday about Witt's intentions.
Yeah, he was absolutely proven right. In fact, our alumni member, I should say, Jane Slater, yesterday on the NFL Network, she gave props to Ben, basically pointing out that he had this story. Thank you, Slater. Back in November talking about it. And Ben, you know what? Here's the thing about Ben. He was a little cocky about it yesterday, which was great. I don't like people that are cocky, but wear it proudly when you prove people wrong. And that's what Ben did yesterday during Ben's game from 3 to 7. And he proved that by actually playing old voicemails that were left on his phone back in November. Because remember, Ben was on the air saying, I'm about to wreck the internet. I'm about to blow up the internet. And everyone's like waiting for this story. And it never came. Ben did not pay it off. Thus, people called Ben, left him voicemails. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with some of these as well.
Hey, Ben, it's Jeff. Just wanted to thank you for being an ass. Glad the internet broke. Super excited about the Whitten thing. So, not only do you look like a dumbass, by proxy, I look like a dumbass for quoting you. So I appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to putting in applications for my new job.
Hey, Ben. Got you down. Hey, know it's been a crazy day. I'm just letting you know. I've been wrong before. Chopper's been wrong before. Gavin Dawson's been wrong before. Jeff's been wrong before. Jesus has been wrong before. Everybody's been wrong. It's okay. I just want you to know, I got your back. Did you know that the moon is not a moon? All right, Ben. Got you down. Tough break, bud. Good for us. I thought Roy was the idiot. Coming up next, we go after Ben for this stupid breaking news that never happened. Hang on, there's more with RJ Choppy.
I mean, the Whitten thing. Bro, that's as bad as your calves. Have you seen my calves? They're like diamonds. Hey, who are we calling here? Hey, who do we call here? Man, my breath stinks. I can smell it bouncing off the phone. All right, let's get out of here. Spell it backwards or forward. It's a terrible Whitten opinion.
I hate you.
That was so good. Gosh, that was so good.
Very funny.
By the way, I think you have the intelligence of some Tolos shining here, because I keep refreshing the poll. Are you excited about Witten's comeback? Was it the right move? And maybe you think that, a sheep fan base would just go 95%. Yeah, it's legend. It's number 8.
Not a sheep fan base. This is a good one.
I know. That's what I'm getting to. Right now, we're at about 1,300 votes at 105.3 SS, 105.3 SS, 60% happy, 40% say needed to turn the page, and that the Cowboys are stuck in their old ways like other companies.
Yeah, so I went and looked at a list of companies. I want to see, the Cowboys are a mom and pop. They have failed to get with the times. They have felt they succeeded, and they think their way of doing things is the best. So I was looking at other companies that kind of thought that and then failed, like AOL and MapQuest. And Sony. Sony was the number one electronic company in the world. What are they now? They're behind Samsung. They're behind Apple. Where are they? Blockbuster, Motorola, but they're two different companies here. BlackBerry. Refused to go to the touchscreen early because they wanted to protect what they invented, what they had. And then Yahoo, or as the old folks call it, Yahoo. They undervalued the importance of search. They had chances to move forward. The Cowboys had chances to move forward with coaching, right? Or with quarterbacks. They had chances. They didn't take it. They didn't buy Google in 2002 when they had a chance. They didn't buy Facebook in 2006 when they had a chance to do it. The Cowboys have completely failed to innovate. And they're in danger because they're always going to be the most famous team. But they're in danger of becoming this irrelevant franchise from the wins-losses standpoint because they refuse to innovate with the rest of the league, and they could become Blockbuster. They could become BlackBerry.
And I wonder how much the Kellen Moore offensive change will be held back, if at all, because of the old school Jason Witten staples, the Y option, 5-6 yard routes, and that's it. You're not getting any more explosive. You're not going down the field. Okay, so that is Jason Witten returning to the Cowboys. All the coverage at 1053thefan.com. We have barbecue eating and shoe shopping with Willie Calhoun at 8:40, Brad Sham at 9, and John Daniels Part 2 at 9:20. First, Troy with trending.
Coming up next to what's trending in DFW. Jason Witten's not the only old man returning to the Metroplex. We'll talk about that. And yes, my quarterback, Johnny Manziel, will not play for the Cowboys, but he could be playing for a Cowboy. Audio coming up.
Never miss a second of the Fan. Tolo all day and all night, thanks to radio.com. Radio.com.
Always better buy at Fort Worth Nissan. This month only get $8,000 off MSRP on all remaining 2018 Rogues. $8,000 off MSRP. Always better buy. FortWorthNissan.com. See dealer for details. Code Marcus Price. Stock number JW 4897888.
Sean Shreve here for the Tolo team of attorneys at 1-800-Lawyers. You're driving along this morning. You're laughing at the Ben Rogers voicemails. You're either pumping your fists or pounding your steering wheel over the tight end news. And then, bam, someone runs into you. They're thinking about the weekend. They're pounding their fists or celebrating over news regarding 82. And you get involved in an accident that was not your fault. Instead of cursing them out, instead of going crazy, here's what you need to do. Call Mark and Scott Frankel's team of attorneys to help out the Tolo at 1-800-Lawyers. 1-800-Lawyers to get your replacement vehicle, to deal with the insurance company. You know what a headache that's going to be. Let their experts deal with it. Medications, therapy, all the unforeseen issues that come with a wreck. They're going to fight to get you the settlement that you're owed. Your car's messed up. Your weekend's messed up. They're going to fight to get you the money that is fair and just, and the phone call's free. So do what we do at the Fan. Call the Frankels at 1-800-Lawyers. 1-800-Lawyers. Franklin & Frankel, Principal Office, Dallas, Texas.
So, what's on sale at Nebraska Furniture Mart? All of it? No, what department? All departments. Furniture, flooring, appliances, electronics. So, if I need a sofa, carpet, a washer, and a computer, it's all on sale. And that's not all. You can shop with special 2020 financing, too, on purchases just $3.99 or more. So, area rugs, TVs, recliners, and refrigerators? Yes, you know Nebraska Furniture Mart selection. It's huge, with thousands of items in furniture, flooring, appliances, and electronics, all on sale. And most items are in stock, so we can pick them up or have them delivered fast. We can shop the sale online, too. Wood flooring, cameras, dining tables, and dishwashers, all on sale. And I can use special 2020 financing. I'm telling you, all departments, all categories, all on sale, and all at Nebraska Furniture Mart. Some exclusions apply. Minimum monthly payments required for financing. 18% APR. See store for complete details.
It's a powerful thing, knowing what you're made of, understanding who you are, and what you can do. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, we're made up of many things. The members we serve, the communities we support. We're made up of heart and the hard-working. We're made up of passion and patience and those with a purpose. We're made up of a belief that finding ways to serve all of our zip codes is as important as cracking our genetic codes. Today, there's a new chapter being written in healthcare, but the story will continue to be made up of helpers and everyday heroes, the people you've always known. And in the end, what we're made of has been the same since the beginning, each other. And that's a healthy state to be in. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, through it all.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas, a division of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
Good guys, 9th Spring Lone Star Nationals Giant Car Show is happening March 8th through the 10th at the Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth. Listen to Sean and RJ for your chance to win a pair of tickets or buy tickets at good-guys.com.
Right now, rejuvenating your bathroom is a pleasure at the Home Depot. Starting with a powerful Waterpik Torrent shower head at a new lower price of just $19.98 with 9 spray settings, including a power pulse massage with up to twice the massage force of other spray heads. So treat your bath well, and it'll return the favor. Save on the Waterpik Torrent shower head now during the Winter Kitchen and Bath event, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Out through March 24th, while supplies last.
Looking for ways to save with your Medicare plan? Walgreens is a preferred network pharmacy with many plans nationwide, which could mean lower copays for you. So bring your prescriptions to a Walgreens pharmacy today to start saving. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. Walgreens participates as a preferred network pharmacy with United Healthcare, Cigna HealthSpring, and Express Scripts Medicare. For a complete list of available plans, please contact 1-800-MEDICARE. TTY users should call 1-877-486-2048. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or consult www.medicare.gov. Other pharmacies are available on our network.
It's 105.3 The Fan, brought to you by Margaritaville. What's trending in DFW? Next.
As Jimmy Buffett says, fins up. Head into any of our 8 DFW area Rockfish locations now. Enjoy